Welcome back to HP Live. Listen, this is kind of like a monumental episode of HP Live, the branded show of Hidden Power Podcast. So for all intents and purposes, this is Hidden Power. We got Pokemon Legends EA. We've been playing it all collectively. We're on our own little adventures. We're here to talk about it today. We're hopeful that you guys have played it, because we're going to be talking about everything about Legends EA, our first impressions, what our team is, truly first impressions, like truly what we're thinking about this video game. So really, really excited to get into all of this. Yeah, let's do it. My name's DustyGogoat. I'm here with TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
Where do you guys even want to begin? I got the game yesterday. I guess I got it the day before. I guess I got it yesterday at midnight. And man, it's just been. I think it's blown. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Let's open up each of us with one statement of actually how we're feeling. I think my one statement would be, it exceeded my expectations. I think this might be the best Pokemon games since the DS era.
Mm-hmm. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
You got a statement?
My statement will be that I first off, I kind of resonate a lot with your statement, Dusty. But I will say I do think, like, one thing that I would point out about it is that I think graphically it definitely very much impressed me on that standpoint, and I'll back up why as we kind of go into this. There's some interesting stuff with like how I've taken playing this. I got it on the Switch 2, but my wife has a Switch 1, so it's been cool to see the Switch 2 version and the Switch 1 version
that is true.
side by side. Okay, and so that's been a fun I guess analysis I've gotten to do.
Wait, let's go back. So you are you disagreeing with my statement?
No, I'm saying I resonate with it, and
okay.
I resonate more so with it on the graphic side because, you know, I don't think it's a secret, right? Like, we can say it. Scarlet and Violet launched, and that game was really, like, messy, you know, with, like,
it was
falling
horrible
through the world and all this.
Yeah, that does feel good now.
And the Switch 2 patch, full disclosure, did improve on that, like, significantly, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say it's been nice because I'm playing this game on my Switch 2, and my wife is sitting right next to me playing this game on her Switch 1. And I'm gonna be honest, the differences graphically and how the game runs and stuff is pretty minimal. Whereas, that's like, awesome. Honestly, going into it, I was kind of worried we'd be looking at a Scarlet and Violet pre-patch, Scarlet and Violet post-patch situation.
That's weird. I did not think that at all.
I think just because I am, admittedly, I'm ill-informed when it comes to the gaming world, right? Like, I do, I don't play a lot of games outside of Pokemon, so the only thing I have to go on is, what did the last Pokemon game look like between Switch 1 and Switch 2 version? Is that what this game is going to look like? And not remotely. And in fact, also too, I'll even say, you know, one of our supporters, Northender, has he was DMing me this morning, even saying like he too kind of was feeling a similar thing. He's been playing it on the Switch 1, and he like is like, oh, this is running like really good.
Sure.
Yeah.
If we could, definitely would love to continue the conversation about like graphical performance, because I guess that really, that was like a big discussion point coming off of Scarlet and Violet, and then the Windows, the Windows discussion era of the lead up for ZA.
Just look at this picture; it's still there. The era hasn't gone.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being baited because you're right. Looking at this screenshot, the windows are there, but I swear to God, I have not thought of the windows a single time since playing, because the game is so it commands your attention. But I just want to back up. So my statement is, I think this game exceeded my expectations. I'm feeling like this is a true return to form. I think Legends are like, if we're looking at all of the Pokemon games and quality, fan perception, I guess, whatever my metric is, Pokemon games have on the DS and even the DS, the 3DS, there's they wiggle, but they generally go up. And then at some point they start to kind of tank a little bit. And I feel like the Pokemon games for me on my graph peaked with Legends Arceus. It went back down, and it has now peaked again with Legends EA. This feels like I guess I just feel like everything I was hopeful for over the last year that you've heard me say on this podcast. I feel like I still believe all of those things, and not at one point have I been disappointed. But so that my statement is that this is exceeded my expectations. I think it's one of the best Pokemon games of all time.
Wow. Okay.
That being said, I've only played like 10 hours, but
yeah, that's the thing. That's really
the thing too. This is a first impressions, guys. We we might finish this game and come back on like Monday, Tuesday, be like, that was awful.
That's really how I feel about it. It's like I really feel like I just need a lot more time. But
sure.
Especially because Soul, you probably haven't even gotten yours started yet at this point. I'd have to start with how you play a game.
No, I did. That was wonderful actually, and I actually wanted to like watch everyone's reactions to like the first like the community. Like I went and watched Dusty's first part of the stream of like how he reacted to everything, which is fun.
I love that.
I want to ask someone asked in our comments. Someone asked in our comments, and I just wanted to kind of, I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I think this is probably good to mention to the people. Emil said, "Oh my gosh, y'all are live. Is this spoiler free?" And so maybe we should set some guidelines on what's gonna be mentioned today, so people can. I think it has an informed decision.
I think it has to do with the story more than anything. So like, if you haven't played like the first 3 hours of the game, maybe.
Right, like we're not gonna give in-game spoilers because I know for a fact Soul isn't there, and Dusty and I aren't there yet. You know, so. I don't think you have to worry about story spoilers.
I think I'm ranked.
Touch on some megas and stuff, maybe.
No, I haven't seen any mega. Like I saw Ampharos. That's existed.
Yeah.
Lumi, I think you're so far in. I jumped on.
I'm not that far in. I'm not that far in.
You definitely are. You have level 40
went,
Pokemon.
Like, dark. He went dark for like at least 15 hours.
Yeah,
like,
you know what's funny, dude? I never. So when I go to bed, I have next to me is like my phone charger, right? And I plug up my phone, sit it on the little end table next to my bed, and I go to sleep. And I wake up the next morning. I think it was like 12 o'clock. I went in there. My phone was still on the end table, plugged in or whatever. Like I had not, like I did not think, and I love that too, right? Like I was so excited for this Pokemon game that I got up. I didn't even think about my phone. I just went to go play it. That's a fun feeling.
That's hilarious. I'm totally the opposite. Like, I got the game and I didn't even play it for like 3 hours. I was just on my phone, like reacting to stuff online.
Dude, that's insane to me, Soul. That's insane to me.
You got
to put your phone on airplane mode.
I
feel like you can't. I feel like you can't put your phone down.
I can't. That's true. But
I also
especially at this time. But it shows you
because I saw a spoiler on Twitter. Like I literally this morning I was like, I'll just look at some fun screen. So I just saw some. I was trying to look for some fun screenshots for the thumbnail, and I saw something that I'm not going to describe. And I thought it was I literally thought it was a hack of Legends EA, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be seeing this, and I'm so glad I haven't looked at any story spoilers. Right. So that was 10 minutes ago.
Been spoiled for us in the story stuff, but either way, like
I know, but I'm glad I'm a virgin.
Yeah, essentially. But no, like covering like all the data mine and leaks and stuff means that like for the past 2 to 3 weeks, I've been glued to my phone, and it's like a time frame of where I'm like, this is how I'm gonna be for this time, and then I'm going to like disconnect, and that's it. Okay. Because it's like an addiction. It's like you're just like what's
because it's all information.
It becomes muscle memory to click an app and scroll.
I was streaming last night, and I was like, I kept checking my phone because I'm like, I can't miss anything that comes out. But then I was like,
why play the game? Out. The game's out.
The game is out, so like no one's going to post any kind of special thing that's coming out anymore. Like it's over. So that's that's kind of it's just a feeling you have to get over it
Yeah.
after a while. I've done this many times. But so anyway, to say all that, like that's where my priorities are with Pokemon games in general, where it's like I actually like the community. I don't know if it's community aspect of it, but like all of us doing something at the same time together and also experiencing something together versus actually just playing the game. Like I like games, right? But it's so weird. It's like the Pokemon game
like
is
the
great.
world and the fandom.
I like the fandom. I like the fandom. That's
or
a
not the
great way to
fandom
put it.
necessarily. Well, yeah, you do, but I guess I said fandom, but I guess I was thinking like it's the you love being a fan of the world and the characters and the fantasy aspects, right?
Mm-hmm. And then of course there's a video game side of it, but it's just not like my number one priority thing. That's why it's like I can wait a couple hours to play. You know, it's like
that's so funny. No, man, I've waited 18 months. I'm sorry, I'm not waiting.
Yeah,
I got to play it. You know,
and I've
got my Switch in front of me in case I decide to play it right now. You know.
So I said my statement, Lumi. What do you have a statement?
My statement would just be that it is like from I don't know if I'm
a reflection from
I'm
your
bad
soul.
with gaming terms.
A reflection from your soul.
I'm bad with gaming terms of making sure that I'm saying the right thing from my soul.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's graphically or performance wise. I don't know which of those I'm looking. I think performance wise, it has given me a lot of hope that I had lost in the franchise.
But is that was actually like after playing for 10 hours, that's like the most important. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to get a glimpse of like what you're at. Okay, maybe that's your impression. I guess I don't know.
I mean,
I would have thought it would have been bad, like competitive. Like I'm curious to hear what you have to say about like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously, like I'm sure for yourself, I'm sure we're thinking a lot of things. But I will say the thing that I am actually most happy about this game is I am like, wow, you know, I am now seeing the vision for how Gen 10 could be so good. For how anything beyond that could be so good.
Same.
You know, whereas like with Scarlet and Violet, it did
hope.
make me go, oh guys. Oh no, guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, gotcha.
And to be clear, I really enjoyed Scarlet and Violet, and I think they are great games. I'm just talking about from purely a performance point of view.
No, that makes sense. All right, so what's your statement?
Like, what's your blanket statement of the thing? I think my true blanket statement of it is I just need to play more, to be honest. But because I had two experiences, right?
What are those experiences?
Yeah, my first experience, like I streamed twice. In the first stream, I was like, this is incredible. This is like this is a great game that came out of Pokemon. So like, and I don't take that away from it at all. Then the second experience that I had with it, playing it later on, I was like, there's things in this that are not so great. There's things in this that are bugging me a little bit. But it doesn't take away from the goodness of it as well. So
what's bugging you about
mixed. There's just little things like not being, there's no, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, like as far as we know, there's no ride Pokemon, and it's not fun. I don't like it. It like bothers me that it's not there. I was playing my first session, and I was like, Dusty was right. I don't even notice the windows. Like the world feels good. Like I'm not noticing anything. And then the second time I went into like this specific area. It was the open area, more open, where you can see more. And I was like, this looks really bad. I just was like, this looks really bad. And I was just like, okay, whatever. These are all boxes and bad textures and all that. But it's not something that like bothers you. It's just something that you notice. But like things like with the ride Pokemon specifically, you get to like parts where the water is, and you're just like, I cannot go in the water. And they put the Pokemon like on the floaty, and he's just like kind of there, but you can't go in the water. You like literally, it's like a block.
That's real.
It bothered me so much.
Is that because this might be a spoiler? Because I guess I assumed because there's so many things that you can interact with in the future, and I know there's items that are like off or kind of.
I could be wrong. First impressions. I don't know. That's what I'm getting right now.
That's what he's saying off his first 4 or 5 hours of playthrough.
But is that actually? Do you actually know? Because
I don't actually.
I'm assuming that
ever go in the water.
I mean,
because the Rotom phone is going to let us jump from building to building. I'm imagining eventually it's going to allow us to jump over water or something.
I think you're right. I genuinely don't know. I have not, to give an idea. I'm not that far in the story. I can't even jump building to building. I have no idea when you unlock that, but I have not unlocked that ability yet. But we do, like you said, Dusty, we see it in multiple trailers. But I'm with you, Dusty. I'm imagining there is some kind of feature, but I think what Soul's saying is that at the end of the day, this is Pokemon, right? And I share the sentiment with you, Soul. This is Pokemon, and there is something a little disappointing about. I would rather, instead of using my Rotom phone to jump building to building, it'd be kind of cool if I could just grab onto my Pidgeot and glide over to the other building.
Sure.
If I
no,
could,
I totally agree.
You know, like
What's really crazy, and I don't want this to like influence my decision that much, but it did, is like some of the stuff from the Terra leak that happened with ZA's like beta, like put a damper on some of the final version for me as well, because in that version there were different ride Pokemon, and you're like, why was this not in this?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I haven't looked at that too much, so honestly, like,
yeah, that's fair too.
I do think that's fair, because I have seen that image of like a beta ZA game where like the trainer is riding a Gogoat specifically, right?
Yeah,
and like you're right, that is a bummer. I guess I almost don't want to pay attention to that too much today, just because like, again, we do so much speculation about like what could have been or what could be, and I'm like, we have the game in front of us. I guess I want to scratch on the little things and that we enjoy. You know what I'm saying? That is fair. Yeah. That is fair. That is fair. That's totally fair though. That's fair.
Yeah.
I've seen those images. It's
like
hurts.
when you know something, it's really hard to be like, oh, you know, if I didn't know, I wouldn't have this criticism probably. I mean, not totally.
To be honest, I think I had this before I ever knew it was like maybe planned at one point. I still did share that sentiment, because
that does make sense. Yeah.
And I think part of why is because we have seen since Pokemon X and Y, which was 12 years ago, and by the way, it was like the last Kalos game, so you'd think it would especially be important here. We've seen a really big emphasis by the Pokemon Company to try to make Pokemon like rideable, and in most games there are some that didn't have it, like Sword and Shield, but Sun and Moon you did. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, like I said, X and Y had some. And Scarlet and Violet, of course, has them. So, and Legends Arceus, the last Legends game, that was how you got around, was riding these Pokemon. So I do think I will say it is like kind of sad to see something that's become a staple of the franchise, honestly, be removed for this game. I think that's valid. It doesn't bother me like a ton, but I definitely can get it.
That bothers me, but the biggest thing was like actually hitting the water and being like, I can't get past the water. You know what I mean? Like I can't just put,
but
it was like a block, and I'm like, this is dumb. Like, why do I have to have this limitation on me right here? It felt weird. But
yeah. I had
just like I got to Wild Zone 3.
Okay.
That's how far I got, but I'll let you talk, Dusty, before I go.
No,
on. I have a ton of positive things to say as well. I just started with that.
I was just gonna add the same thing. Like my experience with the water, like there was a little patch of water you're just starting to explore, and I thought the intro was so good. I thought the intro that like it was a perfect balance of like agency and control.
What, the intro to the game?
Yeah, the first like 2-3 hours of the game, it was like I thought it was a really good balance of like cutscene, dialogue, agency, where you can move around and actually do things. You know, oftentimes I'd want to explore too much, and it's like, hey, actually come over here. And for a little while it was like,
that's a big thing too. Yeah,
for a little while it was a little bit too restrictive, but then by the time probably like an hour in of like actually doing certain things, you get right into the battles, like probably like 40 minutes in, then you actually can start exploring a lot more. And slowly over the course of 2 hours it widens everything out. And I thought it was a much better tutorial or whatever section of the game you want to call it than a lot of previous Pokemon games. Because again, I feel like I did have control over like the small areas that I was like interacting with. A criticism was that I basically treated the areas that I was exploring like any other video game, or I guess the video games that like I'm most fond of, where I'm like, oh, there's gonna be items for me to discover. And there was like none of those in the tutorial, right? There's like no items, there's no secrets, there's no nothing. Like I kept checking around the corners of here and there. So this really just might have been a bunch of user error, you know? Because anyways, so
I mean, if I can add to that, I would say like, but on the flip side, one thing that I've noticed that they do that was kind of fun was like the first thing I noticed was on the very first wild zone, there are you're finding like Mareep, Fletchling, Bunnelby, Weedle, and Scatterbug. But then there's like these rocks, and if you destroy those rocks, there's a ladder. And if you go up that ladder and up on the roof, now there's Pidgey. And if you go off that roof to the other side of the wild zone that's like cut off by some water, there's a Pichu. And so
dude.
That was like a true return to form where it was like, oh, they're rewarding explanation by kind of giving us. And later there's, 100%. I think it's like the second wild zone, there's actual just Pikachu there. But like, it was nice to like, hey, you want to get that a little bit early? Explore. Likewise, like, when you get, I don't want to go too far. So if I
no, we're not far at all. We're not far at all. I saw that Pichu, and again, this is something where I'm like, I tapped into. You're right. The exploration was there where I was rewarded for exploring off the beaten path by finding new Pokemon. But where I do think this game lacks in relation to Arceus is that the catching mechanic is actually not as robust as it was in Arceus, because I keep finding things at a distance, and my default is, okay, it's Arceus, right? It's a Legends game.
Yep.
Let me actually free aim, and even I'll sometimes get the indicator that I've like properly locked on, or at least I'm honed in on a Pokemon. Like I did it this morning with a Litleo. I'm at a distance, it's sleeping, it's up on a hill, and I'm like, I'm going to get this. And I throw the Pokeball, and the Pokeball just like, I can see it fit, like in my eye, I can see that it's touching the Pokemon, but it's not interacting with the Pokemon. So that kept happening, and specifically the first time that happened was with a Pichu across the water. That's why I was trying to bring all this up. Across the water, I saw a Pichu, and I was like, oh, I have berries. Let me lure the Pokemon over to me, and then I'll capture the Pichu, and I'll have an early Pichu. And I couldn't do any of that. Maybe that is possible, but I wasn't able to do any of that.
Also, in Legends Arceus, they often would set those Pokemon there to try to make you go, if I want that Pokemon, I have to use this jet ball that's going to let me throw it further. But in this game, it's just further away because we want you to go over there and get it,
Yeah. So that's such a good point, because that was another one of so this is what I was saying. Like, so the first, I could bring you through like a whole timeline of how I experienced it, but the first part of it, I was so happy and so like, this is amazing, incredible. And then I played a lot of the game part of it where we're talking about this, and I realized what you're saying exactly, Dusty. I was like, I actually like catching more than the battling at this, maybe not, but close to it. I'm like, I want to catch more right now.
Yeah.
So I went to go catch, and I was like, this is not like Legends Arceus. This is not the same thing.
Yeah.
It like locks you on, and you like feel like you're throwing it down, and like I just don't know why they didn't leave the system to be like exactly the same. Yeah. And it's weird to me that they didn't do that. It's like, why did you do this? But yeah, that was one thing. It's not like the worst. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't feel like awful. It just feels like that's not their main focus, and I was hoping that it would still be the same, essentially.
Yeah, because I think Arceus, the catching in Arceus made catching Pokemon actually fun, right? Like it was, there was an art, there was a satisfaction to, like, actually just preparing for the catch, like separate from, it became like a shooter game, right? There was a skill and an art and a satisfaction to just like picking the right Pokeball, crafting to get the right Pokeball, positioning yourself, aiming, right? There was like a little bit of like a skill curve there. So regardless of whether or not you catch the Pokemon, it's like every time you want to catch something, there's two modes of play, and it's the catching. It's like actually interacting the world and the Pokemon in order to capture the Pokemon, or to like, I guess, hit the target. And then there's like the game of chance of whether or not it's going to like, succumb to the Pokeball, and then it's going to be yours, right? And now you can add it to your collection. Like those are, and that was the entire experience in Legends Arceus for capturing Pokemon, and it was really satisfying. And you're right. My default is now I'm like, I see a Pokemon, and I'm like, I think I could just catch it. Like I don't want to enter battle. I'm just going to catch the Spupa, even though I have 3 already. And I keep doing that, and I'm like, why? I don't think I'm getting a reward for capturing.
You do. Like if
you do.
There's certain like Mabel will say like, hey, catch 15 bug types, and you can do all 15 Scatterbug.
Okay, that's good.
And it will reward you.
That's good. Okay. Then I'll keep doing that. Then.
It's not to the extent of Legends Arceus. You are right there.
Yeah.
By the way, Dusty, this is for you, but this is just a reminder to everyone. But specifically to you, Dusty.
Sure.
If you pre-download the Mega Dimension DLC right now, you can get access to a bunch of Johto Pokeballs right now, and so you'd have that for your playthrough.
Dude, that's awesome because I think I did download it this morning.
How do you get the Pokeballs, by the way? Because
I
have the clothing.
Positive.
I don't know if you have to put in a code or whatever. I think you do have to put in a code. They send you a code in your email. I'm pretty sure. They'll email it to you.
I'll be looking into it, but yeah, Johto Pokeballs are fun, and I know Dusty, you especially are a big fan. So
really, am I? Yeah.
I don't know. Are you?
I am.
With all that being said, I don't want to be overly negative because I really was like, the beginning, I was like, this is a good game. But what I really felt was like, this is not Legends Arceus in any way to me. It doesn't feel like Legends Arceus at all.
Sure.
And it is not even a Pokemon game to me. It's a type of game with Pokemon in it. And it's a very cool game. But that's how I feel. I'm like, this does not feel like an actual Pokemon game at all. That's what it just doesn't feel like one. The cutscenes, I was like, so the things I loved about it are the cutscenes were actually funny and like clever.
Yeah,
all the dialogue is so clever. I love so many of the things to read and all that. The music is out of this world. The music is like I'm loving every second of the music, except for maybe the main theme that keeps playing every single like cutscene where it's like, okay,
you know what I love?
I gotta hear this again. But
it's the shopping music. That slaps.
What, like
the
Pokemon Center?
boutique?
That is
talking about the boutique.
Yes, dude. The boutique is insane. It is.
That was always good. From like X and Y's boutique thing was really good. By the way, just because we mention it, the Apricorn balls, it says you will receive a serial code. So I imagine it's through your email. So Dusty, if you did pre-order Mega Dimension, check your email and you should have a code for
literally right now.
You get. I'm pretty sure it's 3 of each. It's fast balls, lower balls, level balls, and heavy balls.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
I knew there was something else. I was like, I have the clothes already, but I don't have the balls already. I was like, something's happening.
I actually haven't even pre-ordered it yet. I mean, obviously I'm going to. I just haven't thought about it.
I was like, I'm gonna buy it anyway, so why not?
Right, not. Yeah, no, and that's normally my stance on things. I think I was literally just so excited to play this game. I only really thought about, I can do that right now. It's weird because with Scarlet and Violet, there was like a baked-in advertisement for it. Like every time you'd like click X,
which
and,
was
like,
kind of annoying.
Your menu, there was I'm
like, get out of there. I bought this 2 years ago. Get it out.
It's a little corny too, right? But so I think. In fairness to them, though, I think that's why I haven't bought it. It's because I don't have this visual reminder to.
I think it worked. You know? I think it worked. Like,
it did. I think.
I would have never thought about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
So I think we're. It's okay to be negative. I'm not saying don't be negative. I guess I just didn't want to harp on things because
my statement is I need to play more. I'm mixed still.
I think a lot of people are still just playing this game. I literally spent the last 12 hours just playing the game. Like I literally got I've been playing the game. I have actually been offline, which has been nice. For what you were saying, did you say this? Did you say this in the beginning of the show, or was this off air before we jumped on? That like you just have not. I forget what we were talking about, but like everyone.
It was off air. It was off air, I think.
Yeah, everyone is just like offline. Like everyone is everyone is just playing the game.
On air, I'm pretty sure.
So I'm hoping.
I don't know.
I just don't even want to like look at spoilers. No, I don't want to look at like what could have been. I'm like I've just been enjoying the game, and when I say enjoying, I truly mean. I mean, should we just talk about like the battle system? Because I'm like, it was so easy to pick up. I thought I was really nervous that I was gonna have to physically direct my Pokemon. And I do think there's a skill curve. I think there's like a skill gap that you can get really good at.
Skill curve.
Sorry. When I say skill curve, I guess I'm saying like it is so easy to pick up. I think this is actually so easy. All you do is press a button. That's all you're doing. You're pressing X, Y, A, or B. That's all you're doing to use a move. But then from picking it up and being able to do it to mastering it, I do think there's a curve there. But I've been able to navigate the game just fine, and I'm not doing anything special. I'm picking up a couple things here and there. I've been talking to some friends about it, and they're like, try this strategy. but like I just got Leech Seed and Giga Drain on my Bayleaf, and it's so much more powerful now. I've got a whole strat with my Pidgeot, or with my Pidgeotto. I think my Scolopede's doing some pretty big work with like residual damage over the duration of the battle. Like, it's been fun, but it's also like I think so easy, which is what I was afraid of. I really was afraid of that. What are you guys thinking?
No, I think you're right. It is easy to learn. I think the only thing that I am struggling a little bit with the controls is just that it's a Pokemon game. I'm seeing Pokemon in it because it's a Pokemon game. And I also was playing a lot of the last Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet, so I am like still training myself out of the Scarlet and Violet controls. I sent this to you, Dusty, last night in like our group chat or whatever. But the Lost Pokeball Collector is a godsend.
Yeah,
because I keep trying to send out my Pokemon with ZR, and then I'm like, oh, there goes my one Ultra Ball. Cool, you know?
Yeah.
I keep doing that too.
But that's not a fault of the game. That's just literally having to train myself out of one set of muscle memory and learn this new one. And then likewise, like, if I go back and play Scarlet and Violet after this, that's also gonna suck, because then I'll have to be going back to learn the new one. And even like my wife mentioned, I keep clicking plus to ride Koraidon, and the map keeps popping up.
Well, I keep pressing the Y button when I'm on roofs, and I don't know what the Y button normally does, but it keeps throwing me off. I keep doing a dive and then jumping off a building.
Roll.
What does Y do in Scarlet and Violet?
I don't remember.
Is that the map?
I think it opens the map, maybe, if I remember right.
I think it is the map.
Okay, that could be it. That could be it.
It's hard to tell because, like, again, it's like muscle memory, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of like
Oh, he went quiet. Can you hear us?
Lumi, we lost you. I don't know how, but we did. He said, wait, hands. Oh, his mic unplugged, probably. Say something.
He's getting so worked up.
No, but I think we can hear you because you're turning green. Nope.
Can't hear you, Lumi.
Nope. Anyway.
So what do you think, Soul?
So
about the battle system?
While he's getting that fixed, the first like battle, I was like, this is so good. I was just like, I love this actually. But as I kept playing, it does get a little chaotic, and it does get a little like there's we hear you now, Lumi.
okay, good.
The more I played the battles, I was like, why is my character like in the middle of it? Move out of the way. I feel like I'm just too old for this, maybe, but there's just like so much going on all at once, and I'm like, I can't look at the health bar. Like, I'm doing things by sensory things instead, where I'm like listening to like if the health bar is low, like, or like you're getting hit, so like the red's closing in on you. Like, there's a lot going on, and then they have like a lot on the UI screen, like tons of stuff popping. I'm not reading what Totodile just did, like at all. I don't know why that's even there. But I genuinely love it. I genuinely love the change, like the difference, and it still feels like it almost still feels like turn-based, where you're like we're both sending out turns, and our Pokemon are both standing in a spot and trying to attack each other. So they did a good job. I just think that if it was a little slower, I would like it more. It just a little like things didn't happen as fast as they do happen, essentially.
So, dude, if you feel that way, I'm
then it gets
tell
crazier.
you right now, the rogues stuff is gonna suck.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Mega Hawlucha like chasing somebody, and you're just like running, and the Pokemon's not even with them. He's just Hawlucha's just chasing the guy at high speeds.
I think that's honestly that is a really good thing to bring up, because I also agree. I think like I was just doing, I'm like just kind of trying to experience what you're saying. So I literally just like battled a Pokemon while you were explaining it, and I noticed all of those things that you were saying, like not just right now, but I have been noticing that all week long. Like, I do think I never look at my own health bar because I'm too preoccupied with where the opponent Pokemon is. And I also I kept moving, and this is, I think, where the skill gap is, where it's like I kept moving my trainer away from the battle to not get hit, but I realized every single time that I did that, my Pokemon then, when I would tell it to use a move from a distance, it would then come back to
Run
me,
to you. Mm-hmm.
which then makes it like susceptible to getting hit. So then I started just like, maybe 2 play hours ago, I started actually just staying behind my Pokemon so I can just keep using a couple moves all at the same time. And it did take me like 10 hours to like get this, but like I'm figuring it out. And a lot of things are happening, but that is actually really interesting because you're right. It's like, again, in the screenshots, you can easily read the order of everything that's happening, but I never look at it. To me, it does feel like it's in the way.
It is in the way. There's a lot in the way of the UI. I don't like that much, but it's like minimal, right? But I agree with you that it's more of a learning curve than anything, because like I was streaming it last night and someone was like, when you do a physical move, the Pokemon runs to the opponent Pokemon, and when you do a special move, it runs to you and stands next to you and shoots from there. And that was a huge like aha moment where it's like, okay, now I understand how to move my Pokemon around, because I thought like I was like, I'm moving my player character so my Pokemon moves with me, but it doesn't really. It just is slowly moving and just gets hit the whole time. So it's like, how do I do this? Like, what's going on? Whereas in the first couple battles, it's just like very basic, and it felt so good in those first couple battles where it's like you're just moving around lightly. So that's kind of where I fell with it. My first reaction was like, this is incredible, which I hope that I can learn how to do it well, and then I think it'll be a lot of fun.
That's something too, is I think it looks really cool too, and that's nice. Like it's fun to like watch it going down as well.
Yeah.
And some of the moves are really cool. Like for example, I've got a Lucario and it has Bullet Punch on it.
Ooh.
And like it'll just dart over there and and then dart back, and that's kind of cool to see.
Dude, I love all of the priority moves. The first time I noticed that was with my Pidgey with Quick Attack, because I would attack from a distance, and then I would use Quick Attack to immediately just like get right on top of the Pokemon. And then again, because of the cooldown, and there's no PP, it's all cooldown. Like I've had to learn how to navigate that. And what I realized is like my combo now is I have Gust, Twister, Quick Attack, and then I use Tackle. Or now I use Aerial Ace. And it's like I press all my buttons, and I've got and Pidgeot just like Pidgeotto just like overwhelms the opponent, and I end up with like a knockout. And it's been so much fun doing that.
Yeah,
but Bullet Punch is the same thing. Bullet Punch sounds like the same thing. I also have Shadow Sneak and Sableye. Yeah.
I have Aqua Jet on my Croconaw. Cool. Like it's all I also want to defend myself real quick and just say that I'm really not that far into it. I was grinding, like I wasn't even grinding. I was catching a ton of Pokemon, and I was doing.
Here's the apology tour.
I have this like OCD thing with the Mega Crystals all over the city.
Oh, you get every single one.
And I have to. I cannot leave it untouched. And
I mean,
so,
that's fair though. You're gonna get
literally
a lot of
like
stones with that.
I'm playing it, dude. I'm only up to Wild Zone 3. I'm dead serious. I'm just running around getting these stones, and then all of a sudden, I just hear my wife go, "Oh my god, your Pidgeotto's level 32."
Dude, I don't understand. My highest Pokemon is Scolipede at level 26. Pidgeotto and Bayleaf are level 24. Here's the thing: I used my EXP candies on them like last night to raise them up from hilarious. 18 to pretty much where they're at now. The rest of my team is like 22, 19, 11. Like I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. I'm reading. Dude,
you're playing the game right. I messed up.
I love, dude. There's so many amazing. I think every single line of dialogue feels like so intentional, so like well thought out. I don't know if it's like just the
well written.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the writers or if it's like the localization team. I don't really know who's responsible for it, but I love
probably
it.
A mix of both.
I'm loving it, dude. I just love it. Everyone's got something quippy or interesting or specific, and you know what? Okay, let's take a little. This will be a clip on the Clips channel probably. Have you guys noticed all of the Galar references?
Yes, I've been collecting them.
Good.
What's crazy is like it's
a lot.
It's like so much all at once, and I don't know. People, if you put that on the internet, people would be like, "You're stretching." But
yeah, but
except the Terra leak has kind of confirmed that.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to go there, but
yeah, we should. Spoilers.
Is that a spoiler? I don't know. Is that a spoiler?
I mean, it could be. It very well could be.
It's out there. That doesn't feel like a spoiler. It's not like a game.
Yeah. But okay, so since you said that though, what I was saying is like literally, if I had taken these things and put them online and been like, and I'm gonna make a post about this. If I had taken these things, put them online, and said this, people would be in my comments and being like, "This is such a stretch, bro. What are you talking about? They put this stuff all in the game all the time." And then once it's like we have hindsight, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And so it's like now that we know something and we're looking at it, it's like I think with all of the intentional dialogues that you were just talking about, that the Pokemon Company has been going more in the fans' direction, where it's like, oh, they actually look for this stuff, so we're going to put so many references in it now.
Yes, dude,
like it's
100%.
different now.
So there is a rumor. Just to set this up, there is a rumor. I'll call it a rumor. It's unconfirmed, but there is like evidence, and there's a rumor of a Pokemon
Things can change,
of a Pokemon Legends Galar game on the horizon. That is the rumor, and we learned about that about 3 days before ZA came out, and now we're all playing ZA, and there's Curry, and there's all these references to Galar. They mentioned Dynamax. There's like all these little times when things are referenced, and
can I get my favorite one too? My favorite Galar reference. It's not a story spoiler.
Yeah, none of these are story spoilers. These are just like NPCs.
Yeah, these are like random people just
overwhelming
mentioning it.
Yeah,
there's one that no one's kind of found yet, I hope, unless I'm going to see what Lumi says right now.
So I don't think it is, because I don't think it's that crazy. It just was kind of cool to me, because I like thinking my favorite. In the real world, I really, really like history. I majored in history for my tenure in college. But I love history, and I love also getting Pokemon history, if you will, like learning things like, the war 3,000 years ago in the Kalos region, the darkest day in Galar, stuff like that's really interesting to me. And there is a whole exhibit of, it's not story related at all. It's just optional to go see. There's an exhibit of Legends Arceus in the Lumio City Museum. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they have on display is like the armor, and I can't remember if it was a replica or the actual armor, but the armor that Kamado and Legends Arceus wore. And it draws attention to how it's very similar to the armor that Wickstrom wears, who, is a Kalos.
Love that
member.
dude.
And and what's interesting too is like it says like Wickstrom has commented on this, and he said that it is possible that this armor was something that his ancestors gave to the people of Galar, because Kamado's from Galar.
Yeah.
But then what was interesting was it then went on to say, however, there's no way to like really know, because of what relationships between Galar and Kalos looked like at the time, like implying that there was a lot of tension between Galar and Kalos back then, which is just really exciting, because for one, it kind of makes you go, we've always wondered who that war was between Kalos and who, and that could suggest maybe Galar, but also it's cool too just to see that Galar and Kalos apparently have a pretty checkered history, which lines up with the real world history. There's been a lot of wars in the hundreds of years ago between France and England, so it makes sense that would translate into the Pokemon world. But it's cool to get solid confirmation of that, because there was nothing in X and Y suggesting they'd ever gone to war with an English region, and there was nothing in the Sword and Shield suggesting they'd ever gone to war with Kalos or anything. But it was cool to get like a solid we've got a bit of a weird history with Galar.
Yeah,
that was so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
I have to go to. I gotta go to the museum.
It's cool. It's really cool.
I've seen tons of pictures. Obviously we haven't been there yet, but there's a lot of nice things like that. And I do want to say, like, while I was kind of bashing on what the city looks like, the interiors are incredible.
Yeah,
I was in Hotel Z. I was like, this looks like a AAA title inside of here. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, this looks incredible. In here for this game. And like I was looking at the elevator, like the bars look like they're actually metal bars. I was like, this looks really good. There's obviously a little things here and there, but I mean, no game is perfect. No game. So it's just I was very impressed with the interior of Hotel Z, and like seeing pictures of the museum too makes me feel like most interiors in this game are probably top notch.
Yeah, which was another like piece of, I guess, like discourse. I think we were all wondering how much we could go inside buildings, and I have not been inside that many buildings, but like even just the shopping mall, even just like the lab and the hotel, like and there are even like corridors and stuff, which has been really fun to kind of like navigate around. What I've seen on the inside has been pretty cool. And I've also noticed that like all the wild areas and stuff have changed over like, the few levels that I've ranked up. I think I'm level like V right now or W. So yeah. I'm just,
right there,
I just want to say like, I'm happy with.
You're reaching right, V. So you're ranked W.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to say, like the insides are pretty dope. I agree.
I'm not as happy with the wild zones because I really was hoping for some like deep biodiversity, and like really it's just like they're kind of the same, just different.
And they also seem small.
They do seem small. That's been my biggest complaint with them. Soul, if I may offer some stuff here.
Yeah.
There's and it's all going to be taste too, of course, but there's one that I thought was kind of fun. Like it was like, oh,
that's good.
This is fun.
Okay.
But you may not think that. It might be like my personal preference. But
anything really, like even if they were like leaving some kind of puzzles in there, but like
sure.
And going back to the whole water thing, like the water was kind of a puzzle with the Pichu, right? Like you needed to go up the ladder to get to it, which I
think you'll be happy with the amount of that there is, honestly.
And there's a lot of I think I've also really enjoyed the like the platforming. That's been like really cool to see.
You mean like the verticality of like going up and down, or just platforming?
Or are you talking about the scaffolding everywhere?
All of that, literally all of that. Like as a video game, right? You can literally go up. You can your character is jumping. We've never seen that before. Like there like you go up something, you go around something, then you could fall down, which gives you access to something new. Like, and then you even have to. Soul, you said the word puzzle, and that's what I thought of. I'm like, we used to have a lot of those in the early games when it was all top down, and puzzles were.
Remember
just
the strength puzzles in Victory Road?
Yeah, strength puzzles, the bike puzzles in Emerald. I guess you don't know those. No offense. But yeah, you actually don't know those. No, those are in Gen 4. Those are in Gen 4 though.
There are bike puzzles in Gen 4.
I've also really just enjoyed that. I think that's been really fun.
No, that has been fun, and it's kind of like what you said, like Return to 4. That's something too. Is I feel like I've said this before. X and Y is actually my favorite Pokemon game, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Do I think X and Y is the best Pokemon game they ever created? No, it is. It is my favorite Pokemon game for a lot of just personal, sentimental reasons. Right. But that said, like this game, I think it's done a really good job in both in its play style, like with the battle system, but also in like details of kind of merging like the classics with the modern. I feel like.
Yeah. It's crazy because you can say what you want, but I'm still just like itching to play it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
no matter what it looks like or whatever it little negative parts about it, it's just like I still want to just keep playing it.
Sure.
So that's it. That's a good hook. You know what I mean? Like that they got me for sure.
Yeah, it's that's probably honestly my favorite thing about it is I feel like there's a lot of love letters to everything that's come. It almost feels like, how Sun and Moon, because it was the 20th generation game, it was like, shouting out all these past games left and right. I feel like this is doing that a lot. Like, maybe not to the extent of Sun and Moon, but it certainly does have like little Easter eggs to every region. Like y'all talked about, there's a bunch of little nods to Galar, and I've seen nods to
Paldea.
Paldea.
Yep.
Of course, obviously Hisui. They've got a whole Sinnoh Hisui exhibit, and
all
of that is really cool. All of that is really, really cool. That they're doing those nods.
It might have a lot to do with the director, to be honest, because I really feel like they either that or they're leaning into it as the Pokemon company, and I really hope that's the case.
I hope so.
Where it's just where it's like it's kind of what fans want. It's what fans want. It's fan service in a way. And And Legends Arceus kind of did it too, to be honest.
Yes, they did. They had like ancestors to characters from all different regions, not just Sinnoh.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's like we want the games to connect. Like fans want games to be references to other games. Like that's all we talk about all the time, you know? And like they've been kind of out of touch with main generations, you know, where it's like we don't really get that much. But it does seem to be trending in that direction, and especially with this game. I don't know if it's the director or if it's like we're actually going in that direction.
Or even if it's game specific. Like it is the Pokemon company deciding it, but like it's specific to this game.
It's like only Legends games can do this.
Yeah. I mean, but either way, like it's exciting to see. I do think like I often find myself craving a sense of canon, right? Like I remember when Sword and Shield was coming out and everybody was like, well, obviously, Looker is gonna appear in these games.
Obviously.
Nothing. And like people were genuinely, because he was in every game up until then also. And so they're like, well, he's in every game, so you could assume he's in this anyways. But since we're in Britain, he's got the whole David Tennant, Doctor Who, Sherlock thing going on. We'll be seeing Looker. And then it's like the first Pokemon game that we do not see Looker in a long time, you know?
For real.
But I don't know. It is cool to see. I love the references, the canon. You wanna feel like you're a part of a bigger world, right? And so that accomplishes that by acknowledging that yes, there is a Kalos region, and yes, there is an Alola region, and yes, this character from this region has been here before or whatever.
100%.
We did have a super chat from N Simons. I gave $5. Thank you so much, N Simons. He said, what's one thing about the battle system that you would change if you could, if there is one, or is it perfect how it is? That's a good question. So I definitely feel that's hard to answer for me because I don't think it's perfect. I don't know that anything is perfect, and certainly not in the first attempt. I think it's really good. I cannot think of anything immediately that I'm like, it needs this, but I'm sure someone else could, and I'd be like, yes, that's it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of already said what I would fix about it, to be honest. I would just literally slow it down a little bit. Just a little bit slower. I would slow it down to where, like, I don't know how to slow it down, essentially, but, you know, you're not, or maybe make your Pokemon, okay, maybe this is how you fix it. Maybe you control the Pokemon, okay? Your trainer's, like, stands over here, and you just, it's exactly the same, but you control, like, where it moves. That's all. Like, you still do the moves the same way and everything, but you control the Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess I can get why that would be really hard for them to do, because like especially on like ranked or player versus player, like if we're battling, I can just keep having my Pikachu just run out of the way of your attacks just over and over and over, and it's just like you know.
Yeah, I get it too. I also, it's just a little, but I would take away like some of the UI, like some of the things blocking the screen. I just don't love all that, but other than that, it's pretty good. I mean, I definitely enjoy it.
I think honestly, maybe my thing would be like, you know how you have to click ZL to, again, it's like muscle memory, so I don't remember the exact buttons, but I think you have to click ZL to focus on the Pokemon, and then you select one of your moves. I honestly don't really see why you have to do that outside of a battle where, say, multiple wild Pokemon are attacking you, because so I would just leave up that screen where I can just at any point click X, Y, A, or B to use a move, and I don't have to keep clicking to focus on the Pokemon. Obviously, I want to use a move on the Pokemon. The Pokemon is, you know, right there in front of me. It's the only thing I'm battling. I obviously am focused on the Pokemon, you know?
That's fair.
But I think that's a big part of, like, the whole battle system, to be honest. Like, it's a part, like, if you're not locked on, then you can move faster. Does that make sense? Like, you're rolling out of the way. Essentially, this battle system is you're controlling two different things at once. You're controlling your Pokemon and your player character, which it's a nice layer to the whole thing to make it more, like, interesting and exciting, but it is a lot more busy and chaotic when that happens. You're just, like, you're running around trying to dodge, and the Pokemon's attacking you, essentially, and then it is also attacking your Pokemon, and your Pokemon is just there. It's weird, but it just takes getting used to, I think.
That's the like again, the muscle memory is such a huge part of it because that's something else I keep doing too. Is like in the rogue battle, I kept crouching, and obviously you move really slow when you crouch, and it was because I was actually hitting like down on the joystick to run. Because I'm pretty sure that's how you did it in Legends Arceus. And I'm pretty sure that's how you do it on like Coridon and Miraidon and Scarlet Violet to get him to dash. So I keep like, and then I'm like, why am I not moving? And I look and I realize like my character's, you know, and I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Stand up.
100%. Yep. That's happened to me most
But that's
times.
a muscle memory thing. That's not like the game. Because maybe if I didn't play a Pokemon game before now, I'd be able to pick that up really easy. It's just literally leftover data from Scarlet and Violet messing with my brain.
In your brain.
Yeah.
For real.
Like, it's like what I said, I was saying earlier. If you asked me what the password was to get into my phone, I genuinely could not tell you. Because it's a muscle, like, memory thing, you know? It's not... I don't know it.
Right. Interesting. Dusty brought up a good thing right here. These pictures. We haven't talked about the photo mode. I think that it's incredible. That's another very big plus to the whole thing. You control the Rotom phone like flying around. The Pokemon follows you. Like if you move the phone, the Pokemon will run after the phone, and you can like take all kinds of dynamic pictures with it. I think you could even Mega Evolve and do the same thing, but I haven't tried that yet, obviously. But I would really be excited for that. I don't know about how you guys feel about it.
I haven't played around with it that much. Dusty, I'm sure you have. I mean, I'm seeing an image here.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I think my biggest, I guess my biggest struggle with it is I feel like the camera. Well, there's one outside of the camera mode in the overworld. I feel like my camera. I feel like when I want to get a low angle of my little Pokemon and me, the camera goes up. Like the camera tilts up, but then also moves up, so I can see the skyline. But then all of a sudden, it's like my main character and my my starter or whatever is like just completely out of view. And so in order to take like a quick photo, that's something I'm struggling with. And then also, when you do the bench mode to send out your whole Pokemon, unless I just am out of the loop, I feel like, again, I don't have a lot of control over where I want my Pokemon to be.
Yes.
Like I like when they're all kind of bundled up together. In the promo, I'm sure there's got to be a way to do it, because in a lot of the promo videos, they would showcase a trainer with all their Pokemon, and they're right there. And as you can see this photo right here on screen, this is just a picture. This is the best I could do to try to get my whole team in one photo, and they were all spread out. And also, you can't see me. I guess I'm starting to think now maybe every bench offers a different vantage point, and your Pokemon will collect around you differently. And if that's the case, then actually that's cool, because that means it would be worthwhile to investigate and to sit on every single bench, actually, which that actually might be kind of dope. Like I'm looking at some of the benches next to where my Pidgey is, and maybe if I sit there, the Pokemon will be behind me, and then I get to move the camera and I can capture them all together. So actually, yeah, worth.
Is your Pidgey an alpha?
No, it's just
huge, man.
I think it's a depth. It's a depth thing. I think he's maybe a lot closer.
He looks as big as Heracross. I'm like, whoa.
Heracross is further back, and you can see where Pidgey is. Like you can see its shadow.
I see shadow. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I forgot completely that they did those screenshots in the trailers, and like they're not really in the game so far, and I haven't seen anyone do that yet.
Like I distinctly remember the one with the Dragonair and the trailer where they revealed Mega Dragonite, and like the player was sitting on a bench, and all of his Pokemon were right there. I mean, they were within inches of each other. But it's Dusty. So far, my experience has been this on the bench where they're.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring it up, because really, like I was praising it, right? But at the same time, they just can't get the photo modes in any of these games like just the most perfect one. Like
I think this is the most perfect. Missing. This feels like 85% there, because
it's still like
you can't take a picture with your whole team, like with you and your team. You can't do it.
I guess what I'm saying. I guess I haven't yet to do that, but I just thinking it through. like I have noticed that like on every bench the Pokemon interact differently. So it really might be that where it's like it depends on where you sit. And in that case, that's actually kind of cool because that means it makes me want to like again we talk about exploration. It makes me want to explore every single like literally makes me want to explore every single bench. Because even in base X and Y, that was like I remember that was a hilarious meme. It was like finally we can sit down on the benches in Pokemon. And every single time you sat down on a bench, it would show you a different like cinematic viewpoint of the town. So that probably is a through line here. Again, I haven't seen that discussion anywhere. This game is fresh, so it's kind of we're talking about it right now. But I wanted to pull up like I found this Salamence that was not mine, just in the game, and I just squatted up. I just like took some pictures with it, and I made
picture of it.
and I made this, and I made this my my ZA rank card. Like this is how I look now, even though I don't have like any Pokemon that strong. It's it's in the spirit of social media, right? Lying for internet clout.
So Dusty, this is like, so you're that guy who like sees the really cool sports car that you don't own and leans up against it, snaps a photo, posts it on Instagram.
I did not
hashtag thug life, and that's it. You know,
I did not think about it, but yes, in this moment, yes,
in the Pokemon world, that's Dusty. He's just literally just hanging with my boy Salamence. Keeps going.
And you can see there's that's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious.
You can see the guy behind you going like.
Yeah,
the Salamence does look really good here.
Oh, so
I've
good.
never even liked Salamence until this picture. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it looks good here.
I think I want to use Salamence, but not Mega Evolve it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Because I just think Salamence has never been as cool as it was in Gens like, I guess Gens 3, 4, and 5. Like, I just love Salamence so much then. And it was always tough to get. I don't think you could really ever get it in a playthrough until like maybe Scarlet and Violet. And I liked it in Scarlet and Violet, but it would fly around. Yeah, you can get it. You can get it in Meteor Falls, but like that's like post game essentially, So you can get it in a game, but I mean like you can't get it for a playthrough, right?
Yeah, for a playthrough. Yeah, no, that's valid. Like Beldum's the same way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can get it, but you just can't get it for the playthrough. And
Larvitar.
And I have one right now in my Violet playthrough of Scarlet and Violet, but it flies most of the time. And I just love it when it's like slithering on the ground like this. It's so cool.
I gotta be honest, guys. I don't know if we did like a Gen 3 tier list and this Salamence it had existed, I probably would have put it way higher. Like I really love.
What did I?
This is an S tier design.
I think it's S tier, dude. I feel like I've been saying.
Remember, if you guys go back to our tier list of Gen 3, I definitely put it low.
I'm curious.
I'm not a fan of how it looks, basically in any other media, but in this picture,
this is how it's
just like a little lizard that like I would see running around in my porch or something, and I really, really love it. To be honest, it's crazy.
This is like peak pocket monster. Like this is what I want from a pocket monster. This is Nidoking. This is Charizard. This is OG Blastoise. It's so sick. Big shout out to Northender. We've been talking a lot, but really appreciate the super chat.
Thank you.
Let's see some stars in the chat, guys, for all the love that you guys are giving us. Northender says, "Yo boys, thanks for the ZA hype cycle and periods of dry news leading up to this. Big question: is 8 out of 10 a fair rating? What is your rating thus far?" Here's the thing. Before we even answer, I just gotta. My personal gripe is when I feel like people either want to be hyperbolic and say it's like the best or it sucks, but then still rank it 7.5 out of 10. Like that bothers me so much. I'm like, just be bold with it. And right now, if I'm not thinking about all the possible things, because again, I haven't finished the game. There's like so much I haven't even seen. I have like the region seems like the city does seem kind of small, right? And I don't know how that's gonna feel in 2 months, right? But for right now, as I'm exploring the game and how everything feels so unique and actually so intuitive, and like it feels, I've been getting a lot of comments in my live streams on my channel. People have been saying like this feels like the closest the video games have ever felt to the anime. Like Infamous was in my stream and he was like, I love this. He's like, I'm going to be using my Pokemon. I'll use their mid-stage evolutions like it's the anime, and I'll only evolve them Even if they're level 40 or 50, I'll only evolve them if they win a really clinch battle. And I'm like, that is so cool. Like, in terms of playing a game, a Pokemon, I've always said this, a Pokemon game doesn't need to be game of the year, but to me, it is wonderful because it is the gateway into the universe. And for that alone, yeah, I feel like this is like, I guess because I have gripes, I don't want to say it's a 10 out of 10. So yeah, 8 out of 10. If that's how you're I mean, that's another thing. If that's how you feel, then it's a fair rating.
Yeah, I know.
Right now,
sure.
I'm feeling like 9.5. You know?
Dang. Yeah.
Like to me, when I'm playing it, having my Pokemon out in the overworld, that's like as sweet as it's ever felt. Right? We always talk about how great Heart Gold Soul Silver is for following Pokemon. Isn't this the perfect execution of that? You know? Like if we actually think about the things that we love and we hold up in high regard, I feel like this game is delivering on those things.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing too, is like you'll see some people, get really like, can X and Y to me, I'd say that's a 10 out of 10, but not because I think like X and Y is objectively not a 10 out of 10 game.
Well,
but it's like your personal experience
that's
with
what I'm
it
interested
might
in.
make it that for you.
Yes.
And so 8 out of 10, I think I'm around there as well. I'm also, here's the thing too. I am really hesitant to give that out when I haven't, finished.
Yeah, that's real.
But then two, I'll be honest, one of my worst traits is that if I see a movie, if I play a game and it's something I was excited for, I come off of it a lot higher than I have to give myself time to go, okay, this is how I feel about it, because my first instinct is I've been excited for this for 18 months. I am picking it up and I am having so much fun. So yes, there is a part of me that's wanting to go best game ever, but it's like, okay, realistically though, is it, maybe it is,
yeah.
But I feel like I can't say,
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say all those reasons are very valid. I obviously tend to lean more negative with anything, just critical more than negative. But I still would probably give it an 8 out of 10 based on what I've played so far.
I think so as well.
It's just that good. I think someone in the chat said this earlier because I was mentioning that it's not a Pokemon game to me. I think because it plays different and doesn't feel like a Pokemon game, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it feels so different. It's not a Pokemon game to me. I will say that at the same time, that is like a little bit of a fear of mine when I'm thinking about Gen 10 and like Gen 10 not being as classic as possible.
Yeah, can we
make me feel like I mean, I guess turn-based. I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say,
just
can we define
things.
what a Pokemon game is?
Yeah,
that's
the
like a really loose
things that
explanation.
Yeah. So like gym leaders, doing like the whole
the way
system.
the game is played.
Yeah, exactly. Going through like each town, exploring a region. Like this is not exploring a region. This is exploring one city that kind of looks all the same. There's different areas, sure, but it just feels different. I mean, even the cutscenes, like I was saying, feel like more like an actual modern video game. That's what I mean by like this is good, even though it doesn't feel like the classic exact Pokemon game, which is like Sun and Moon. They're not the classics, but they still have the classic feel where it's like Sun and Moon still feels like a Pokemon game. Sword and Shield still felt like a Pokemon game. Even Scarlet and Violet did, even though it was open world and like had the three different things going on. It did branch out from it a little bit, but this feels like this feels like a departure from any known Pokemon game, and even Legends Arceus, it doesn't even feel like it that much. So it's good and it's different. That's how I feel about it. It's not bad. It's just good and different. I would still say 8, maybe like 7.5. I feel like by the end of the whole thing, I might go lower. That's how I feel.
How about this? This would make me feel better. I'm just trying to, because again, because I get it. I'm like, I get it. Like if I love an artist, if I love a director, a vibe, a game, it's not gonna be lower than like a 6 probably, right? Even if I hate it.
Yeah.
So what is the low, like what's your least favorite Pokemon game?
I don't know. My least favorite is Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But
What would you rate it? What would you personally rate it?
Objectively worse is Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
What would you rate those? If we're even gonna, I never think about ratings, but I'm just like, let's indulge right now.
I feel like 5 out of 10 for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Okay, so that's still that's okay.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It is. If I was grading it, if I was its teacher, it would be an 80. It would be a C. Or
an 80.
No, the 80 is a B. 80 is a B.
80.
70 is a because like it passes, right? Like it entertained me.
I think D. If we're the hate that BDSP gets has to be a failing grade.
See, to me, D's don't get degrees, and I feel like the reason. So BDSP, I think, was fine. I think the issue that I had with it was because it was another Diamond and Pearl, and Diamond and Pearl's great, but the issue is I wanted it to reinvigorate Diamond and Pearl in the same way Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire reinvigorated Ruby and Sapphire, Fire and Leaf Green even though I feel like those were to a lesser extent reinvigorated Red and Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver reinvigorated Gold and Silver. Yeah. You know,
but a 70 just seems too high. A 70 is like I feel like Sword and Shield is a 70.
Yeah, you're right. 50.
I would say 40 even. Again, based on the hate it gets, like why not give it 30? That's not like I feel like no. Because my point is no one uses 0 to 50. Like that's part of the spectrum too, and everyone clusters everything at 70%. How about this? Let's do this. What's our rate? What this? Maybe the listeners don't even care, but I'm curious about this because like. That's something that like bothers me so much about ratings. Everyone just gives everything.
We should do that grading.
Everyone gives everything a 70%, and I'm like, use the rest of the spectrum. Let's do this. What would you rank BD? I'm curious. What would you rank BDSP on 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
Because I don't feel bad saying a 2.
I don't feel bad saying 2.
Exactly.
I'd probably say 3.
Right, there we go.
Because I kind of like BDSP. So.
Yeah, I think if I could give a 0.5, I'd do 2.5. But if I have to round, then I would say round that down. Then
yeah.
I'd give Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee a 2.
This is good. So a 2.
See, that's funny. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I'd actually give a 3.
See, okay, yeah.
I have no problem with giving. I have no problem with giving Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee a 40. Or D or anything like that. It's not
because
great.
That's the thing with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee though. To like at least my stance on that's the thing with all of this. Of course, is like everybody's gonna have a different like idea of it, right? Like for example, I have played Legend of Zelda. I have played Mario games. I have played some other video games. I am not a big Legend of Zelda fan. I actually love the lore. Like, I like hearing people talk about, like, you know, Lord Keeper Toby has, like, this Legend of Zelda channel that, you know, I loved watching and all. But in terms of playing the game, I actually don't enjoy it. Does that mean it's a bad game? No, not remotely. You know what I mean? So that's something, too. Like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the thing I do for it is I did not enjoy that game, but I actually know the reasons that I did not enjoy that game. A lot of them. Some of them I think are actually very valid critiques, but a lot of the reasons, like I don't like the catching mechanic. Does that mean it's bad? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think it does. I don't. And also, I think I have to applaud companies for A, experimenting and trying something new, and B, and this is even more important to me, I would have way rather they experimented with that catching style on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee than experiment with it on Sword and Shield.
That is no lie, bro. That would have destroyed Sword and Shield.
Right? Like
absolutely been the worst.
Yeah, so there's something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, it's the clothing customization. I feel like this is not underappreciated by the fans. Like, I think everyone's like really enjoying it, but I think it actually has a larger meaning. Like, I feel like this is a really important thing to the creators at Game Freak and the purpose of Legends EA, at least from my findings. I've been taking a lot of notes, and I feel like the character customization is a huge aspect that ties in with, I feel like every character in this game has like a secret motive, a secret identity, depending on if it's day or night. That I feel like that ties into Mega Evolution. And I think those are a bunch of connections that I'm still kind of working through. But generally, I think the character customization is literally the coolest thing in the whole world in this game. This is like the best version of character customization we've ever had. I'm wearing a wool cap. I'm wearing a flannel. I've got baggy jeans, and I don't have enough money to buy everything else that I want to get.
Dusty, and can I just say, you're looking great, brother.
I appreciate it.
In the game.
It looks like you.
IRL and in the game.
I love it, dude. I love it.
And that's so beautiful, right? That he was able to make a guy who looks like him, right? That's how it should be.
What we need now, like going forward, I mean, again, I'm like in love with the character customization. I love that you can select an item and then from within select which color you like. That's really, really nice as well. What I need now is to be able to age my character up to age 30, 40, 50.
Sure. Yeah, true.
I saw like an older man character and I was like, damn, like I need some wrinkles on this on my flawless face.
You know what?
Which like I kind of get it, right? Because like it would be like, since you're a part of Team MZ, and since that is like a group of teenagers, it would be like
of course,
a little weird.
You're not playing,
right. Like they have to do that. Like I think the age for Pokemon, I've come to understand the reason they have like a hard age limit is like because it's actually the setting.
Yeah.
The age is the setting, a big part of it. But no, it's I love the strides they've made with character customization. If I can say though, guys, don't hold your breath, because it wasn't this good, but it was pretty good in X and Y, and I remember that being a distinct complaint in Sun and Moon was they felt like it took a departure.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you. I do think like people, I don't know why they would do this in this game and then be like Gen 10's not going to have this level of customization.
No. I want to push back.
It could be because this is Paris. This is the fashion capital of the world. Fashion is going to be a huge part of this game in this region. And I do think character customization will always be here in Pokemon, but I'm just saying they might have gone hard on it because of the setting.
For
sure.
I want to push back. I think Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon had great character customization, but it was very specific to the region that it's trying to represent. And so like in Sun and Moon, you had even more clothing than you had in X and Y, and it looked better on your character than on X and Y, but it was all summertime outfits, right? It was vacation outfits. And in the Galar region, it was much more like, I guess you had like specific inspirations based on the cultural, the cultural examples from like the UK. So you had like a lot of punk based clothing. There was leather. There was a lot of like really proper attire, clothing for colder climates, and
sporty looks.
Yep, sporty looks. Yep. You had like the definitely. You had like the jerseys and stuff. So those are very specific again, which I thought was really, really great in Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet is the only outlier. I mean, even Legends Arceus had so many cool outfits, but again, specific to the Hisui region, right? And I don't know if you disagree, Soul, but I thought the character customization of the game was
I don't
awesome.
disagree. I'm just thinking like
could be a ninja
that they might not put that level into Gen 10, but I do think there will be like customization, like the normal amount.
Except there'll be a ton of character customization, but you'll be like a pirate. You'll be a sailor. Maybe. You'll be, it'll be that kind of stuff. But everything in ZA that I've seen so far is like contemporary, which I think is maybe the missing thing. Like it just feels, like you can be whoever you want. I don't know. It's cool. It's really fun.
No, I think that's right.
Can you guys upload pictures of like your character? I mean, I don't think Soul has really done much customization yet.
I haven't either.
You haven't done any Lumi?
So I went to. Oh wow. My guy is Paxton as well. So far, but I did go to, because there's like, at least I have only found 2. Maybe there's more. I have found 2 malls, so to speak. There's this one, Dusty, that you're in, where it's like this long, narrow one, and then there's one that's more circular that we saw in a lot of the what are they called, trailers. I went into the circular one, and I just wasn't crazy about any of the outfits that I saw in there, like for my character. But I've been in this mall, but I haven't like looked at. I'm calling them malls. I don't know if that would even be correct, but that's what
they are malls. They're
malls.
What is it called? Like a gallery. It's what
a gallery. Sure.
But technically, same kind of thing. I see the sentiment. Obviously, we've talked about it a bit on the podcast already about just like customization in general. Like, I see that there is a huge group of people that absolutely love it, and good for you guys. Like, I love that they're doing it for you. For me, it's like, you know, in Scarlet and Violet, I think that the uniforms were annoying. You know, I definitely didn't want to just be in a uniform all the time. They're ugly, you know? So that was dumb,
so
and I didn't
ugly.
like that.
So ugly.
They were very ugly. But the second that we got to the DLC and I changed into the, you know,
Jinbei, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's all I wore. And then once
Yeah.
I got to the second DLC, I'm still in the Blueberry Academy clothing. Like, even though we get other clothing,
Sure.
like, that's it. That's all I do. Like, just one outfit. I saw like the scissor jacket in this game,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
what
really
you're
want
getting.
that. It's fire. But then that's going to probably be it. Like, I'm going to put that on, and that's going to be my character for like the rest of the game. And unless I see something that's better. Like, it's very small amount of things that make me change it. For me, it's always about the Pokemon in the world.
I do love this though, Dusty, that like right now, this little image of you and your Sableye, you feel like, you know, I'm from the South, so I'm not in the same area as you, but you look in this image like what I would call the stereotypical New England man. And I think that's really cool.
Thank you so much. No, I'm gonna cry. That means a lot, Lumi. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, and that's also, it's a shout to the game too. That right? Like, why am I able to look like a New England man in France? Because I should be able to look like how I want. That's why, you know.
I love it, man.
I'm all for it.
I don't even like the shoes that I'm wearing, and now I have like updated my outfit a little bit. I got like baggy pants, but like as I play the game and I get more clothing, I can keep mixing and matching. There's like a green parka. I got that. I found the headphones, but I actually don't like these because they have like exposed metal. There's another pair that I want to get. So you know, I'm just like, it's just fun. I'm like, I've always said this.
Sure.
Like the Pokemon you get is a reflection of you. It's a form of expression. The clothing, just like anything else, is also a form of expression. And I think in this game, one of the things that they're trying to push is that connection between humans and Pokemon. That's obviously the whole thing with Lumio City and the wild areas. It's emphasized in the fact that the Pokemon are always in the overworld, and it encourages you to have, like, I actually feel like I feel naked. I feel like I'm like exposed when I turn my game on and I don't have my Pidgeotto out of its Pokeball. Like, I'm like, I need something ready, you know, in case something happens. Like, that is incentivized. And the photo mode that I was playing around with yesterday, this is like most of my stream. Like, the photo mode that I had, like I was playing with yesterday, it was so fun to like send out a Pokemon, and I would try to like do something a little bit goofy depending on what the Pokemon was. You got, you know, I'm like doing like dead neck here, and I'm like, my body's limp because I'm with my Sableye, who kind of is like that. And this is just like, I don't know. For me, this is the type of gameplay that I enjoy. It's like making these little memories. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like, I logged into like Toby's stream yesterday, and I think he's done like 3 streams on his channel. But I was like, oh my god, he's like far into the game. His Pokemon are level like 40. Like Lumi. I'm like, I don't know how you could rush through it. I don't know how you could rush through it like that, you know? Like for me, I spent hours just tinkering around and exploring, and you know, so I'm not making a judgment. I'm just saying, like, this has been really, really nice for me. I've been enjoying it. I'm sure other people are enjoying it as well. People were like, go to the museum, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the museum. People are like, why haven't you evolved your Chikorita yet? I'm like, I'm gonna evolve Chikorita. I do want Bayleaf, but I'm just like, it's been fun, and now I'm at a point where, because I did look at my team and I was like, you know what, this team's a little too boring. This Heracross that I got was like from a trade. It's got a nickname. I'm like, that's so cool.
Its nickname is Boys.
Yeah,
like BOIS.
Is it actually Boys?
I think it's probably French. Supposed to be like Bois or something. Yeah, I don't know. But I saw it and I was like, Boys, you know.
It probably is that.
I was like, I'm gonna take a picture with this Heracross and be like, just hang in with boys, you know.
Oh, look at is it Dubois? Bois.
Oh, it's probably Bois. Yeah, you're right.
A noun. It means wood, forest, and antler. So that's actually
that's totally it.
That's perfect for.
I love that you thought it was boys. That's
no. I knew that it probably wasn't pronounced that way, but I was like, I saw BOIS, and I was like, he's boys as far as I'm concerned. Whenever I take a picture with him, I'm uploading it to Instagram. Dubois. Hashtag the
dying.
boys, you know?
Yeah. So the pronunciation
hilarious.
is bois. That's good.
That
man.
is too good.
That's
It
hilarious.
is,
Boys.
but
They
it's
probably
also
pick-
just going to be boys.
They probably picked that on purpose. I mean, again, I do think the people working at Game Freak, the team they're plugged on. Like, they're aware of the internet. It's not a new thing. That's funny,
Yeah.
dude. Boys. I didn't even read it like that, but that's hilarious. I like that actually a lot.
I do want to say too, like you've mentioned, you kind of like alluded to it there, like the writing and stuff of the game. That was something I did want to mention is the characters. You know, I really like the characters in this game. I think that we have a lot of fatigue from these nice characters, right? Like for the when Pokemon first started, your rivals were Gary or Blue, and then it's Silver, and they are like these jerks. I mean, Silver's just straight up criminal, you know?
Sure.
But and so I think when we started moving into these nicer rivals, people got a little annoyed with it. But I have felt like recently, like with Scarlet and Violet, Nimona is a nice rival, but I actually did really enjoy her character. And with this game, I don't even know that you could call them rivals because they never even actually use that term, I don't think. But like Tawny or Urbane, I think like they are precious. Like they are like, and they're kind of goofy too. They have so much personality. I can't like that's the thing. I feel like
are
the
they
nice
same,
rivals
though?
in the
Because I think all of us three have all picked the
my
male
wife
character.
my wife has picked the female.
Okay,
character,
okay.
So she's got Urbane, and so like I've seen them.
Yeah,
both,
it's got to be the same dialogue,
and
I'd
it's-
imagine.
Yeah, like there's like little minor differences maybe, but like they have the same personality for sure. And like I think that's the thing is in the past, like I think the worst offender of the nice rival is Trace from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. His personality is that he's the nice rival.
Yeah.
But with these people, there's a little more to it. Like they're a little goofy, right? Like when they come to knock on their door and they're like, esteemed guest, let me take you to the roof
I
or
love
whatever.
that.
Feel
Like,
like-
little things like that.
And that's beautiful because what it's making me realize right now is like no one actually cares if the rival is nice or not. We just want a rival that has their own personality, their own motives. That's like anyone in life. If someone comes up to you and they're just weirdly nice for no reason, you're gonna be like, I don't trust you. Like this, or honestly, I don't respect you. You know?
No, because that's it. Because they're not just nice. Like they're literally like, I hope you beat me in this bout. It's like me being like, hey, Dusty, can you punch me in the face? Like that's weird. You know?
real.
I think we naturally respect people who bring something to the table and challenge us, right? I really think like that friction, you would think that you would want someone who's just nice to you, but you actually want someone who's going to challenge you and make you better. That's what a rival literally is. And someone who's just going to grovel at your feet and give you everything you need and not even challenge. It's like, you're like, all right, get out of my way. Like this is a waste of time.
They have character now. They are actual characters.
Yes.
Instead of just like the friends in X and Y that are just saying all this stuff over and over again. That is just like a bunch of nonsense.
That's cool too. Is like with these characters, like, and with the writing and talking about all that, ordinarily, like, so Pokemon will go like, if you're playing a game and they're like, okay, you have to win this fight or the fate of the world hangs in the balance, and you lose the fight, they just like kind of reset and are like, try again, we won't tell anybody.
Sure.
But I will say there was one match against my rival, and I lost, and like when my last Pokemon fainted, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to, and we just kept going, and I was like, oh, that's nice, like for once we're able to just continue the story, and I have to sit with, I lost to my rival last time, and so the next time I battle my rival, I'm even more pumped to beat them,
Yeah, for sure.
The collector says, where are all the good black haircuts? And I did see there were definitely some curly haircuts at one of the boutiques that I went to. I don't know, but I wonder because that one boutique that I went to had different haircuts than were available at the beginning of the game. So now I'm wondering if different boutiques have different haircuts in the same way that different stores have different outfits. But I did, there were definitely some like curly haircuts. If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that different salons offer different types too.
Okay.
So you just have to
That's
find
good
them
for me,
all. Like
too. I
I
gotta take
said,
that
I
up
said
then.
something about how there were only like 2 malls that I found,
Yeah.
and then Quill let me know that there were more. So I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Perfect.
Quill knows for sure about any customization.
Oh
question.
yeah, Quill's got all of your customization questions answered, guys.
Nice.
Um,
So, okay. Last night, I heard my first shiny sparkle. And
here we go.
and I panicked, and I couldn't see it. And I'm assuming, based on what I've heard, I'm assuming it was a fletchling that just flew away. But I like never saw it, and I also couldn't find anywhere. Like I had just stepped out of a Pokemon Center. That's where I was. And I'm looking around, I'm like, I don't see it anywhere. I don't see any Pokemon anywhere. So then I kind of snooped around, and I have heard that like the encounter, I guess like the range at which the respawn range is a little bit bigger in this game. So I stayed calm. I was like, all right, I haven't really moved much. I don't see any Pokemon. I snooped around the Pokemon Center. I did go up the backside, and there was a ladder. And then I did see 2 fletchling. They did fly away. One of them did look a little bit different. I'm assuming that's what it was. I'm not too bent out of shape about it. Little disappointed that, obviously, I'm like, I didn't even get to see the shiny, but I definitely heard the shiny sound. Were you guys any luckier?
I have not found one yet.
That's a sad story, though. I'm not going to lie.
That is a very
It's all right.
sad
No,
story.
it's all right. That's all right. It wasn't meant to be.
At least you didn't see it. If you had saw it like fly away, that would be.
I think I did. I'm making the memory up. I believe I saw one that was a little bit more orange, which is the color that it is.
I will say though, Dusty, kind of adjacent to this, something you had asked before the game was out was if Pokemon would have a chance to spawn as alphas. And on that note, I wanted a Riolu, and I finally found a Riolu on this rooftop. It took so much work to find this Riolu. And I went up there, and I battled it, defeated it, threw a Pokeball, it broke out and disappeared. So I was like, crap. And so I restarted my game. Not like restarted from the beginning, but like I exited out of my game and went back in and went back to that rooftop. And basically I started like soft resetting for this Riolu. And at one point it was a girl, and I was like, I kind of want to use a male Lucario. And so I went and reset on the bench, because you can like go to the bench and like wait until nightfall, then wait until daytime, and you can only find the Riolu when it's sunny. And at one point I went back up there, and that Riolu was an alpha. So I think that's pretty good confirmation, Dusty, that any Pokemon can spawn as an alpha, which is something you were asking about. So that's that's good confirmation. I definitely was. I felt pretty good about it, but I've also been seeing people get like, I think I saw, who was it? Super Potion got a shiny alpha Spinarak. I've been seeing a lot of shiny Spinaraks. Been seeing a lot of shiny, not Flaffies.
Flaffies.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of shiny, a lot of Fletchlings. That's just on.
Oh, is that a Spritzy shiny?
Yeah.
On that video that you're. That's a good shiny
video.
Man. Holy cow!
Yeah, it is.
I hate that it evolves.
That's another thing. It's like I feel like
you don't have to.
You don't.
Something else I noticed in this game, like from picking up, like within the first like 3 hours, every single Pokemon was actually exciting to see. And I think I've made it clear through the tier lists. I really don't like desaturated Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon tend to be that of like a higher, saturation color, and I think that's doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. But obviously the Pokemon are always in the overworld and they battle differently. That's great. But like, I saw an Electrike and I was like, I want to use an Electrike. I saw a Pyroar. I was like, I want to use, or whatever, Litleo. I was like, I want to use a Litleo. I kept seeing Pokemon that I did not care about that just like motivated me. Mareep made it to the team. Like I was just capturing things left and right. Weedle. Kakuna has never looked better.
Yeah,
Kakuna looks so cool. I took a whole
bunch of pictures of Kakuna. I did my photo shoot with Kakuna because I love Kakuna.
And again, it's like when I'm talking about like like desiring a Pokemon game that's gonna put me in the world. Like this game is it's transporting me. It feels so good.
Yeah.
I love that the wild Pokemon, like with the Spritzy here too, are not just in the wild zones, and you see Trubbish on dumpsters and alleyways. You see Pidgeys sitting on lampposts and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, did y'all notice that the lampposts, they have this little detail where they're actually like little Pumpkaboo designs.
No, I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
And little details like that go a long way for me too, where I'm like, oh, that's so cool, you know?
I noticed that
I don't
in
think
the-
it's
in
all
the
of them.
hotel.
It's like a certain avenue, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, I noticed it in the hotel. Like all the things are shaped like Floette, and I really was just like, this is cool.
Yeah.
But see, I need everything that you guys just said. I need that experience still because I haven't had it because I'm still in the freaking tutorial. People talk about how long the tutorials are, and this game has a long freaking tutorial. Like I'm still in it. I'm
But it's
pretty
like-
sure.
It especially does Soul when you take 5 hours to get through a minute of gameplay.
I literally didn't do anything different. I'm just walking around talking to all the people.
I
and
just
then,
don't
But
know
I did
how
the
you
same
do
thing,
it,
dude.
man.
I
You
did the
took
same thing.
3
Yeah.
episodes to beat the first gem in Emerald, or 4
Well, that's
like
different.
4 like 2-hour-long streams.
Yeah.
I
The older games
respect
are
it. I
different.
respect it. I mean, I also
I do respect it.
I took 12 hours talking to literally every character, and again, my team was still in the aughts. You know, like I wasn't even level 20 yet. It was just it was the last like hour of gameplay where I just kind of started grinding so I could get money and level up. And I'm also like, how do I even get to? Because again, I jumped into Toby's stream and I'm like, how is he here?
Right.
I'm like, how do I get? Like, how did he get so far? I'm following the missions, and I'm ranking up, and I'm like, do I just rank up to rank A forever? Like, when are they gonna, interject and get me on a different path?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know if this is a spoiler, but like, I guess probably for Soul, but like, there's all these different factions. Lumi,
Yeah, I mean, I already know about it.
yeah,
But yeah.
the we don't need to talk about it too much, but like, I don't know. I just thought it was really cool to see these like different factions. I think there's like a charm to like the idea of a Pokemon and evil team. And it's because it's like, okay, this is a new faction. It's like a new group of people. They have a philosophy. Like, oh, they have a new outfit. They're kind of quippy and they use, a certain type of Pokemon.
I mean, it's not a spoiler to say you're talking about the Rust Syndicate, right? That's
No,
in
I'm not talking about
trailers.
that. No, I'm talking about
okay.
it's like the Fighting Guild or what are they?
Yeah.
called?
I met them
Sure,
already,
that's
too.
really early. That's super early. That's
The
Wild
Fist
Zone.
of Justice.
Yeah, that's
with
Wild
Ivor.
Zone 2 that you see them. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Freaking music's crazy.
yeah,
the
then-
music's
well, and-
so good.
And that's cool too. Like there are the different factions. Like the other ones we've seen is there is the Rust Syndicate that was revealed in the trailer. I don't know if you'd count this as that, but like Quasartico is another thing going on.
I mean,
Of course,
Canary's
there's
group, the Dynamo?
Dynamo, sure. Like you see
Whatever.
like them kind of mentioned or whatever.
Does he?
right
I don't
there.
know much about that.
They're right at the beginning.
Yeah, they're right at the
Oh,
beginning.
that's they do like the scaffolding.
Yeah,
yeah, the little
fanboys.
the miner man and
Yeah,
I met
him.
He's a construction worker. I keep thinking he's a miner because he has like
He does.
Excadrill
Yeah. He does have
vibes and clay, or what's not Excadrill, but the guy who uses them, black and white. What's his name?
Clay?
That's gonna drive
Is it
me
not
nuts. Clay, that is it. That is
It
it.
is Clay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I kept wanting to say gray, and I was like, it's not gray. But no, like those kinds of vibes. But he's yeah, like so. There's that group. There's Quasartico. There's Rust Syndicate, and yeah, and I think it is exciting that like they're spacing them out too. You know what I mean? Like they didn't just at rank Z go like, boom, here's everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta save some stuff.
Yep. I agree. It's good, and those. I have to touch on this. I completely forgot, but the freaking character design in this game is incredible. All the characters to me are so good.
The NPCs.
Yeah. The NPCs, but also like the actual.
So we
like,
just talked about that
important-
for 20 minutes.
No. I mean
yeah.
the actual
I
characters.
agree.
designs,
I
though,
totally
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, the
I
designs,
totally agree.
like Ivor and all these people that we've been talking about, like they look so good.
Yeah.
They're interesting and different looking than normal. I mean, Pokemon's been doing pretty good with those, but these ones like they don't miss. I don't know if there's one that's bad in my opinion at all.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't terribly impressed, if I'm honest, with Scarlet and Violet's.
They're
I
The
good.
felt
gym
like-
leaders were all right.
The gym leaders were good.
Yeah, they were okay, but I did feel like I don't know, with Sword and Shield they were so dynamic and so
Yeah, true,
diverse,
Sword
and
and
I
Shield were
like Sword and Shields was so good that I think Scarlet and Violet just let me down because of what came before it.
I think Scarlet and Violet
Who's La
characters.
Primera? Who even is that?
I mean, she's a good
Who's
character.
what?
I think
La Primera.
I think a lot of them suffer because they're all like related to the school, and I think the school is just that's just not a trope I enjoy like at all.
Many of us.
No.
I don't think anyone.
Well, and it makes sense that we wouldn't enjoy it, right? Like
It is popular.
we're-
I don't.
We
care too
haven't
much
been
about
in
it.
school in like what, however many years,
Too long.
I mean, because that's the thing too, is like Dusty, I think you're this way. Soul, I don't know if you're this way about it or not, but I like these games to be immersive, and I like to kind of be immersed in them. And it's a little hard for me, a 24-year-old, to easily feel like, yes, I am in middle school.
Yeah, for real. For real, I agree.
But no, it all in all though, I think it's a great game. I have other kind of minor complaints. I have one complaint that I do think is major, but I feel like I've got to fully complete the game to decide if it actually holds any weight yet or not. And I don't want to say it because it is like slightly spoiler or story related, but I do have one complaint, and it genuinely, like, it made me a little mad. Like, I was like,
About the story, you're saying?
yeah.
I have one thing about the story that it's at the beginning, so it doesn't do anything. But I'm sure that this is going to be explained, but like, you get off the train, you're a tourist. Connie's like, come record a video with me. And that video never happens. And you're just like thrown into like this whole situation. And like, what were you doing? What were you doing to come? Why were you coming to Lumio City?
Yes.
And why? There's no reason at all for you to join them and stay at this hotel for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, it's jarring, that part of the story. It's just like, why is bro just like gonna be here now?
Yeah,
at
like,
all.
Well, you know that you can leave.
Yeah, you can leave. That's hilarious.
Like right now, like, it's not even a story spoiler. You can, right after you like can go explore, you can go to the train station. It'll do this whole thing where it's like, are you sure you want to leave? You'd be leaving behind Tawny and the others. And you click yes, and it's like, okay, but are you sure? And you're like, yes. And it's like, are you really, really sure? And you go yes. And it goes to black. You hear like train noises.
No
and
way.
It's like,
This is a joke.
Yeah, and it goes, this is real.
No, it's
and it
real.
goes,
Very
you're
real.
bound. You're now bound for the airport. You're leaving Lumio City. And then you wake up on a bench, and it goes, it says, huh, you just woke up on a bench. That's weird.
And you're back in Lumio, dude. That's
And you're back in
crazy.
Lumios.
That's crazy. That's super.
It's funny.
That's super. I gotta try that afterwards. That's hilarious. That's cool, dude. That like little detail is really nice. Yeah, I guess the way I looked at it was like, why do you show up in Hoenn? I guess no, you do know why you show up in Hoenn. Your dad has a new job as a gym leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll answer it. Because I was thinking that too. I was hoping they would say something. I guess if you're a tourist, that's fine.
But even if you're a tourist, like, you're not going to do the tourist things. Like, what did he come here for? Like,
to see the city.
I mean, it is Lumios.
weird.
It's going to be like
Very
a big
weird.
tourist spot. If I can give my just initial theory, I've no reason to bear like whether this isn't a story spoiler, because I don't know if this is true. This is based entirely off of the initial cutscene from the very beginning of the game. But I think we are from Corway Town. Just because, for one, obviously people have been pointing out for a long time now that we look very similar to Sycamore. Sycamore is very fond of Corway Town and might even be from there, because there's like a young message from a young Sycamore there in Corway Town. So I think we're at least related to him. I have not gotten confirmation on that.
He's resigned.
Either way. Yeah, but I'm saying I think us, the character, are related, and I don't even mean like our first instinct is go related because we're his child. No, I think it can even be like a cousin's kid or something,
Oh, and did you see the dancer? What's the dancer girl's name?
Lita.
Lita literally says, "And
Yes.
my brother,"
Yeah.
and then she gets cut off.
Which is
Yeah,
great.
so it's like clearly Tierna, yeah.
That's nice.
But like, so that's one reason, is because I think we're related to Sycamore, and Sycamore seems to be from Corway Town. But then also, too, we come to Lumios by train, it seems. The other train station is Corway Town. Like, that's another train station in the Kalos region. And then also, and this is my, like, kind of biggest thing, we saw that there was a Zygarde cell on the train, and it jumped into our bag, right?
Yeah.
Corway Town is right below Terminus Cave, which is where Zygarde is. So I just, the dots are connecting for me.
For sure.
But that said, I might pick up my game today when we're off and immediately like they're like, "You're from Kanto," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, that was nothing."
Green Tornado was like, "No, this intro makes noticeably no sense. It really doesn't to me." I was like halfway through like the main dialogue stuff, and I'm like, I guess he's just going with it. Yeah. I guess he's just part of them now.
Yeah,
you want to join Team MZ? I'm gonna wake you up in the middle of the night and call you up to the roof and be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna tell you why, but can you help me?" And they like keep a secret from you like the whole time, and
everyone's keeping a secret. Dude.
I'm just doing it.
I've never trusted AZ less. The amount of times
we have to save Lumios, and we're like, save it from what?
I know.
What's happening?
The amount of times he says faith,
it's like a cult, man.
He says belief. He literally is a cult, dude. The amount of times he tells me to believe just and not question anything is ridiculous. Dude, yeah.
And that's and we're just like Soul said, we're just going with it. Like seriously, imagine Dusty, you went to Scotland. You flew into, I imagine, like, one of the big cities. Imagine you had gotten off the plane, just some guy comes up and is like, "Hey, can you actually, you're a tourist, can you film this video?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." And then they go, "Actually, you know what? Stay at my hotel and join the super secret club. We have to save the city, Dusty." And you're just like,
I do remember seeing a hostel on my trip, and I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, what was in that hostel? Like, was that Hotel Z?
Hostels are interesting. That's for sure.
It was Hotel Z, man. It was Hostel Z.
Dude, the hotels were nice in the UK. There was biscuits and there was cookies and there was free drinks. It was so good. And the hotel in France and Hotel Z was nice. My room amenities were nice. In Hotel Z.
I didn't care for like the room service knocking on my door in the middle of the night and asking me to come up to the roof. That was a little weird, I thought.
Wake up.
I know. Be like, I'm going back to bed. What are you talking about?
I did like that they made a point. I don't know if y'all tried it, but like when you have to go up to your room, you're on a hallway with other hotel rooms, and you can see the little symbol that shows like you can interact with these. So I was like, oh, are these like Lita's rooms and Tawny's rooms and stuff? And you go and click on it, it's like, the door's locked. And I thought that was funny because it was like, hey, click on this, and I'm like, okay, and it's like, no, you can't do anything with it. Like, then why'd you tell me to click on it?
Yeah, I do have one more thing, which is the whole Greninja situation. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it.
It looks insane. It looks so good.
I'm really excited.
I think you meant how you get it.
Yeah, how to get it. I'm excited.
It seems easy to get.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people
are you aware
saying different things
of how to get it though, Dusty?
Yeah, online. You have to like win.
No,
right.
You have to get to rank K, and you don't just rank up. You have to get to a specific rank.
So explain it to me. Like you mean like rank K within this game?
Yeah, no. So ranked,
like within the main
way the
game?
ranked battles work. No. The way the ranked system works is like, whereas in Scarlet and Violet, it's like there's Pokeball tier, Ultra Ball tier, Great Ball tier. Yeah. In this game, it is like the ZA Royale. It's rank Z up to A. You have to, in order to get the Greninja, and so this will more than likely be the case with the Delphoxite and the Chestnutite later on. You 100%. Have to get to rank K specifically.
Yeah, so I talked to Infamous about it. I don't have experience. I haven't done it, but I was talking to Infamous trainer about it, and he said he did 4 battles, and because you can, and he got it. You can apparently rank up multiple rankings depending on if you get first place or second place or third place. So he did 4 battles, and then he got his Greninja, and he has it now for his playthrough.
Good to know. So that's what I'll be doing.
And it sounds like you also automatically move up to level 50 when you battle. So I think he said he had a couple level 30 Pokemon and like a level 20 Beedrill or something, and he was able to get it. I think he said he had Gyarados, Beedrill, and like something else.
That's what I did. I used like a Beedrill.
Oh, so did you get it?
And a Litleo. I didn't make it all the way to rank K. I did one match. So because this was before I knew you had to reach rank K, because we were just told it was a rank up reward. So my hope was,
rank up once.
I just rank up, right? And so I went on there and I did a match, and I actually, we got second place in it. So I went to it bumped me up to rank Y. And so I was like, here it comes. And it was like, you get a pretty feather and some other thing. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I went on Cerebi, and I saw like, you have to get to rank K to get it. I was like, oh, All right. Well,
Yeah.
And I've stopped, but since you said it only took Infamous like
Here's
a couple battles.
And AJ
Here's
in the chat right now, AJ from Redirect, and he also has his own Nintendo podcast. I don't know if you guys know that, but AJ says it took me like 20 minutes to get the Greninjaite. You don't need to be good, just engage, and you will rank up even if you get 4th every game. So that sounds good.
Good shout.
It's like a participation trophy.
I don't know. I've heard in mixed things. So I've heard people say this, but then I've heard that like people take a lot longer. It depends like how good you are and what you're doing. It is not based on like how you win, or what you're winning. It's based on like points that you do. So like if you attack first, if you do something like this first.
Cool.
There's like a whole list that gives you points. The thing is, the reason I brought it up is that as people start to beat the game and move into the ranked, it's going to get more difficult because the people are going to start focusing on this and trying to be better at it. And then if you don't do it like now, then you might have an issue with it later. The other thing is it's only available until November 6th. So like once November 6th passed, you're not going to be able to get the Greninjaite again. So like you need to do it now essentially. And like, the what I heard is like if you go in there, I'm freaking I got a Weedle, bro. I got a Weedle. If you go in there with a Weedle and or a Kakuna, whatever, and it's level 50, but all the other Pokemon are
they have
Mega
EVs.
Evolve.
They have EVs. They have Megas. Right. They got access to better moves. You know what? Listen, I'm getting a little bit worried hearing you say that, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like.
Been 24 hours. It's been 24 hours.
That's true.
So like, what do we got? 3 weeks to do this? That's fine. I will be doing this within the next week.
I will
Fair
say
warning to everyone. That's all.
I did it. Like I said, I did it yesterday because I was under the assumption I just get to rank Y, and I get it.
Yeah.
Which was wrong. But when I first got matched up with some people, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I saw that it was it's a match of 4 people, so there were 3 other people, and they were all Japanese, and my heart kind of sank a little bit because they've had the game 13 hours longer than us, so they have hypothetically been playing this game 13 more hours than I have. But I was happy to see that the worst things they used were mid-stage starters, Bayleaf, Croconaw. Someone used a Flaffy, which isn't a starter.
It was the first day. It was the first day.
Well, and it was cool too because I had a Beedrill because that evolves pretty early.
Apparently, Beedrill's really good in this game.
It was pretty good to have for that because while Beedrill is not by any means the best mon in the world, it's pretty good when you're looking at just mid stages and stuff as your opponent.
Yeah, my point in bringing it up is go get your Greninjaite before it's gone. That's all. But
good shout.
It needs to happen because then you'll be waiting until Chestnut's gone, and then maybe they'll bring it back.
Sure.
So.
Well, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I am looking forward to getting a Fennekin at some point. I just caught a Chespin, and there was a fun little mini game, or not mini game, but there was a fun little it was a side quest.
It was a side quest.
Excited to get Fennekin. I think I might use it. We'll see because I don't know if I want to use base Delphox. I was interested in using its Mega. So we'll see how that goes. Well, yeah. So what, Lumi, and then we'll probably wrap. But did you find a shiny?
No, I have not found a shiny.
Okay. What? And Soul, you haven't.
Tutorial. I'm in the tutorial, bro.
Okay. So no. Okay.
Sarah hasn't either.
No,
I've seen people get shinies though, like that early on.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
And what's your team? What's your teams?
Yeah, those are important, right? I don't have much of a team yet. I'm Totodile, and Kakuna, and Spupa.
Yeah.
And I think that's the majority. I can't think
that's
of the rest
team,
of them.
Dude.
He's a bug boy.
Yeah. I want Beedrill. Oh, and the Mareep. I have Mareep.
It's really
those are the mainstays because I want Ampharos,
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah, Ampharos is cool.
It's strong. It's tough to get rid of.
The last one's the bird Talonflame's baby.
Yeah.
Fletchling.
Yeah. What about you, Lumi?
So I have Pidgeot, who's here to stay. Lucario's here to stay. Croconaws obviously here to stay.
Nice.
And then honestly, I do have 3 more Mons on my team, but it's really like I almost don't see them as part of the team because I plan to replace them with another Pokemon when I can get it. It's just I also don't want my team to be blank because then every time I catch a Pokemon, it goes right into the party. So I have on my team a Pikachu, a Talonflame, and an Absol. And the Absol honestly is like here to stay. Like I did want to use an Absol until I want to use Dragonite. I imagine it's going to take me some time to find a Dratini or whatever. And so I always kind of said in my head, I think I want to use Absol until I'm able to get, the Dragonite or whatever that would be called. I'm curious what the name of that is because I remember people would literally say Dragonite cannot get a Mega because Dragonite.
So stupid. They said Meganium couldn't get a Mega.
Yeah, well, and it's funny too because in Japanese, Gardevoir's name is Cernite, so it's the Cernite.
Exactly.
It's fine. I don't think Game Freak's going, whoa, yeah, that is a good design, but we cannot use it. That Pokemon's name ends with "ite."
It's just like a stupid. It's like someone says it as a joke, and then it kind of gets like shared around, and then everyone believes they'll never do it. It's a rule, and I'm like, it's not a rule. Who said it was a rule? It's not a rule.
Right.
Dude, I just got an alpha. Okay, so my team is Pidgeotto, which I'm telling you it's like I wasn't gonna use it. It looked so good, and it's just been so powerful. So I've got Pidgeotto, I've got a Bayleaf, I got a Whirlipede. I just picked up. I used a bunch of candies on it because I'm like, you know what? I think I do want to use this. What is it? A
Scolipede.
Yeah, Scolipede. What's its like first stage?
Venipede.
Yeah. Venipede is so cool. I had my AirPods in when I was training it, and when it follows behind you, you can hear the little scurry of its like little like hollow little exoskeleton feet. It's like I can't even replicate the sound. It's so creepy. But
it makes me happy that you have one because that means I can get one soon at least.
Whirlipede's yeah, dude. It's been pretty good because it has all this like slow. It's got all these like moves that do like a little bit damage here and there. It's really really fun. Whirlipede's a little funny because I thought it would have like rolled a little bit smoother, but it actually just kind of bounces a lot, which is kind of funny. And I'm interested to see what Scollipede's gonna do when I evolve it. I've got a Sableye. It's got Shadow Sneak. I just taught it Shadow Claw. It's got Aerial Ace right now. There's no real strategy. I just kind of attack with it. I did get the Ralts, the Ralts event. And it's about to evolve. It's pretty good because of its like typing. The fairy type just like feels kind of busted.
Yeah.
But it is I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on my team. I don't really think I want to train a Gardevoir. I've just used it so many times.
Could use a Gallade. If it's a boy, you could evolve into a Gallade.
It's a female. Girl. It's a lady. It's a little lady.
Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't leave it on my team because I was like, I'll use Gallade, but not Gardevoir.
Yeah, Gardevoir is really good. It's just I think Toby's using one right now. But I've used Gardevoir so many times.
Yeah.
But I did just get so other Pokemon that I'm interested in using. I had my Beedrill, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. I have Bois, the Heracross.
You have boys.
I got boys, and honestly, so powerful. It comes with a beneficially like a boosted attack stat. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I did catch a Honedge, which I think I want to use.
Oh, cool. I haven't found that. That's neat.
I had to get it at night. Like when you're normally doing like battles, people were telling me like that's when you should go explore. You can find like secret things at night.
Sure.
I did get that Chespin, which felt pretty good, and I also got a level 30 Alpha Magikarp, which also feels pretty good.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, super fun. And I got that Alpha Litleo, which is a female, which is the one that I would have wanted to use. So,
nice.
And then I've also heard Trubbish is really good because when I was trying to catch Trubbish, it kept using Smokescreen, which again was just a kind of a cool way to, like, that's a cool interpretation of the move.
Yeah.
I actually couldn't see anything that was going on the battlefield. It was sick.
Mm-hmm. On that note too, Trubbish actually like he's cute in this game. I've never been like a huge. He's
always been cute.
I've never been like a Trubbish Garbodor hater. But like I'm definitely not like it's not a mon I really think about much. Yeah. And Trubbish is like really, really cute in this game.
So
I
good,
love
dude.
them.
So good. I also had a Flaffy, of course, which I just traded off. I just moved it off my team, but I just don't need it. My team was just turning into every silver version played their team. It was literally just like Beedrill, Pidgeotto.
Nothing wrong with that.
A Johto starter, Flaffy, Heracross. I was like, I gotta switch this up.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know.
This game is like that.
I know. I wonder why. Yeah, there's I guess I also wanted to show you guys. We have this new Mega Evolution hat. I saw that Game Freak or the Pokemon Company was passing out their own version of a Mega Evolution hat, and it's just white. And I was like, our hat is way better. Like this hidden power hat that we have, that Noivy made for us. There is a link in the description to go to shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. We have so much merch. Not only this hat, I guess I just really wanted to promote the hat, considering we're all playing ZA now.
It's on theme.
We got a hidden power. We got a Mega Evolution shirt. We have a Zygarde shirt and hoodie. We've got also these beautiful Halloween tees. This is our Dream Eater collection, and these these shirts are only gonna be available for probably another month or so before they get before they're unavailable. So if you want to get something, you can still order these. You'll probably get them in a week or so. For Halloween, but honestly, I love this orange one because it reminds me of just like the fall in general. So this orange one, I mean, I would wear that into Thanksgiving, into December,
and the Frostlass, man,
yeah, and the Frostlass
through Christmas.
It's this beautiful snowy, icy blue that you can wear all winter long. Yeah, so all these shirts are available right now at shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. And there was something else I wanted to show you guys. I'm trying to think about what that would have been right now.
I think there was also a few super chats that we might have missed. There was maybe one or two that I saw. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Farther up.
I hate it because I don't know how to see like old ones on here.
Let me see. You got it right here. Oh yeah, wow.
We have.
What the? I wasn't getting any of those notifications. Holy cow.
That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Jark. Yeah, good call, Soul. I didn't see any of those. Jark. Jark's been a legendary tier member for 2 years.
Thank you, Jark.
Appreciate you, man. There's so many benefits you get as a supporter on Patreon or here on YouTube. We're putting up we have an episode of Secret Power, our bonus podcast that's up right now. We put it up on Monday, and we're gonna have a whole new episode on this upcoming Monday, only for members only. And Jark's gonna be watching it. Jark says. Yeah. If they made a brand new game in the style of BDSP, I think it would be incredible and a great alternative to Legends. Also, I just turned 2. You did, man.
You just
24 months you've been a member.
I was gonna say, if Jark's been a member for 2 years, that means Jark's been a member his whole life.
That's crazy, dude. Thank you so much, man, for all the support. Yeah, if they made a brand new game in the style of BDSP, I think it would be incredible. So so we learned from the Terra League that Game Freak is aware of the fan reception of BDSP.
I believe this part was actually proven false.
No. That was the Xerneas one. That was.
Okay, you're right. It was. Remember, there was some like conflicting reports when we were covering this, but that was the real one. It was the other thing that was false. So keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Game Freak is aware of fan reception, and I think this is really cool because oftentimes we just default to, if it sold well, then we're going to get more of it.
They won't listen.
And BDSP did sell well. I believe it sold as well as Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I think it sold
did pretty good.
Technically better than Legends Arceus, but we got another Legends game.
We didn't
get another faithful remake. And in the piece of information that I saw that said Game Freak is aware of the shortcomings, the reception by fans. They also say, if we're going to do this again for Black and White, if we're going to do this again for another game, we want to make sure that that the game is actually like adding to the world. They want to, and I kind of took that as we want to add we want to add new forms, we want to add new stories, we want to like inject things into it that makes it feel like a value add and not just an HD remaster or something, right? So. To answer your question, Jark, do you think it would be incredible or a great alternative to a Legends game? I think so. I think there's still a place for those top-down games. I kind of let it die a little bit, but like in the years after BDSP, I feel like I was championing the idea of it a lot. Like I feel like the idea is really, really good. The idea that that there should be a type of Pokemon game maintained that I guess like honors and encapsulates and maintains the top down, the grid based games, the turn-based combat, like that cozy experience that Soul was talking about, like the classic Pokemon game. I do think there's a hunger, there's an appetite for it. And honestly, if you release those games alongside these Legends games or whatever we're going to see in Gen 10, I actually think both of them become better, sales pitches, right? They both of those experiences become stronger by nature if they deviate away from each other. By going in opposite directions, both of them become both games have the opportunity to become just overall better experiences for what they're trying to achieve, right? And in contrast with each other, Yeah. A lot of the games that we get frustrated with, a lot of the Pokemon games that we're frustrated with, I feel like, the root cause is that they're trying to do everything, so they achieve nothing. So that's what I want to see going into the future.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it was a new game, especially, it would be great. I agree with you, with Jark, 100%.
No, I want to say too, I love Pokemon remakes. Heart Gold and Soul Silver is considered by many to be one of the greatest, if not, some people will say that's the greatest Pokemon game of all time. And to be honest, I don't feel strong enough to be able to fight that claim. Fire Red and Leaf Green holds a very special place in my heart. And Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were also games that were largely very well praised. So I think that there's tweaks that need to be made to Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but I would have never told you, oh, don't ever do this again after those games. I just would have said, let's do things differently going forward.
Well, maybe for a remake.
And but let's do things differently going forward. And it seems like there's pretty good credits to Game Freak maybe thinking the same thing, and that's fine.
I hope so.
And Green Tornado, to answer your question, I don't want to say it on here because spoilers, but yes, that's the one. That was fake. You're asking, was it this leak that was fake? And I'm telling you, yes, that was the one.
Let me read it now.
It's still not 100% confirmed fake or not, but it is.
Don't read it out loud because it's
very highly.
Got it. But that is I do think that was the implication. But I guess we can't talk about it if we're not talking about it.
You mean of the other? No, but so there was two separate ones, and the one that we're talking about right now is a black and white remake. You said it. A black and white remake would be with love and care instead of
and that one was real. There was also one where, without giving away spoilers, they were talking about ideas for an X and Y remake one day.
Yes,
and that was fake.
They did not
fake. Talk about an X and Y remake.
Okay. Boss G. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the super chat. They say Pokemon Black and White 2 and Ultra Sun and Moon are the only 10 out of 10 Pokemon games for me.
10 out of 10.
I would urge you to consider adding Heart Gold and Soul Silver on your list, but my man, I can't argue with that list.
Yeah, I was gonna say it earlier. If you love a game, you can make it 10 out of 10, and that doesn't.
That's also true.
The point of the ranking from a person is to show that bias, right? So I don't know. It's I don't know. I never care what other people. I'm like, this is what I think. This is what my experience is, right?
Yep. So, X and Y is a 10 out of 10 game for me because it was a time where I kind of needed a distraction. It was that, and it was very, very good for me then, and so I have these fond memories of it. Is X and Y the greatest Pokemon game of all time? Objectively, no, but it's a 10 out of 10 game to me.
That's the thing. Is
valid.
Can you take an objective look at it too?
Right.
Can you do both? You know what I mean? Because that's what I try to do. I try to do this one is the best because I think it's the best, and
and then we've got Jason Borno. They say with a super chat, thank you, man. They say Jason Borno says current team: Frogadier, Quilladin, Curlia, Scraggy, Brazen, and Whirlipede. What do you think about that team?
Good team. Very
it's
solid
a good team.
Very solid team.
very nice.
Interesting that you, if I'm reading this correctly, and yeah, you boxed your ZA starter. That's interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Sad days.
No, hey, but I just wanted to point that out. That's cool.
How about this, guys? I know I gotta I know I can't be. I don't know. I guess I am. There's been.
You can say a spoiler, but just let's warn people so they can get off the video now.
It's not a spoiler. Okay. There have been a couple times in my 10 hours of play where I've been almost a little jealous. Never resentful that I picked Chikorita, but a little jealous that I maybe don't also have Croconaw, or a little jealous that I don't also have, like, Emboar looks so cool from what I've seen. I think Toby picked an Emboar, and I'm like, I'm kind of jealous. Like, it looks good. And when I say jealous, it would be a value add, not I don't want Chikorita, but Chikorita play is a much more defensive play style. So, yeah, just something. I
said it from the first time that we saw the three of them. I think that the three of them are some of the best starter designs, like the new designs that they get. Is like
the megas that they get.
Yeah, they're just.
I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about like just the base Pokemon.
Just in general,
just in general,
Croconaw.
Yeah.
Well, you will be able to get it in the post game.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I guess. Yeah, appreciate the support, guys. I don't know how I missed those super chats earlier. Maybe I scrolled up and they just didn't come through or whatever.
No, you know what? Normally a little like unknown pops up when someone does it, and that didn't happen. Now did it?
Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Something is amiss.
Yeah, and shout out to
normally the shiny unknown lets us know, and he apparently is taking a break today.
He's playing Legends ZA like everybody else.
He's playing Legends ZA.
Yeah. and shout out to Decidueye guy. He's watching and commenting on Twitch.tv right now. Decidueye guy, this is probably from like an hour.
Let's go.
Probably from an hour ago. He says, the Aries in me wouldn't turn down this adventure if it was real and thrusted upon me. Which is that's I kind of agree. If someone came at me and was like, "Do you want a Pokemon?" I'd be like, "Yes, I'm doing this."
Yeah, that's true too. Like, you get offered an alligator, you're not saying no.
Yeah. Last question though. This was really, really cool for me, and maybe I was looking too much into it, but it was really cool to get off the train station. Right. This is within the first 3 minutes to get off the train at the train station. And I was kind of looking around again. I'm like, oh, what should I like? I should try to interact with everything to try to see if there's any secrets. But I did. It kind of struck me. I'm like, I'm like just enamored by this like the full scale, the true to size scaling of this entire building, of the train, of my person. I'm looking at the railroad tracks, and I couldn't help but think about the two other times that we've seen railroad tracks in a Pokemon game. I'm thinking about in the Johto region. You've got the in Goldenrod City, right? You've got whatever that train is called that connects Johto to Kanto.
Bullet train.
Yeah, is that what it's called? The bullet train?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bullet train.
Anyways, it was just awesome, dude. I was looking at it and I'm like, I really could see. Like, I guess my question is, what is your first impression now that we actually have hands-on with the scale of the city? Because there was just so many moments that just struck me where I'm like, this is sick. This is so good. Again, imagining, I couldn't help but imagine the Gen 10 region at a scale like this.
Yeah, I'm excited about that for sure. I agree that the scale is definitely good. Like, I love seeing Lumio's tower towering over the entire city. Every time that we're seeing it, it's just like it's there and it's huge. So that's really cool about it. I definitely, there's certain areas that look really good in the to scale world for sure. More the open areas are causing me a little bit of issues, but that's the closed in. I'm like, wow, there's walls everywhere.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I definitely feel that. Like in the open world. In the like what I'm showing right here on screen, like when there's a lot of space on the street, it's like the point of that street is to allow cars to come by, but there's no cars in the game. So I agree. It's like they probably built this thinking that you would ride a Go-Goat or something, and there's none of that, right? So
Sure.
So
Yep.
I get it. I get it. That is okay. Any ideas on that, Lumi? I don't know. I just kept striking me. The scaling was just so cool because, like, this screenshot right now, everything is to scale. The coffee mug, the table, the chair, the coffee truck in the background, like everything is to scale. Even the windows are to scale. And I think one of the things that was most like troublesome about Scarlet and Violet was that there's like 10 buildings in a city, and you take a couple steps outside of the city and it looks like it was just like a PNG, like just like placed into the distance, right? Like it doesn't look like an actual city. Nothing in the game really feels to scale. None of it's interactable. I think Sword and Shield did a better job, and I don't know. If you haven't thought about it, then that's fine. But that's something that I just can't get out of my mind.
Yeah, I think like Soul kind of said, it has me really excited for Gen 10 and just the future in general.
Right.
It's funny. I know that occasionally Dusty and I especially have been called corporate shills, but I do think I am critical of Pokemon. And I'll tell you this: my wife is even less critical of Pokemon than I am. Because for her, it's like it just it's a fun time, is what it is. But she said like we were playing for like 2 hours, and she just went, "This feels like," and she was like, "I don't even mean this like mean to the other games, but like this just feels like a real game."
Yeah, literally.
Like
I feel that way too.
Yeah. But I think they're doing a great job. I think this is, I think even if it's not perfect, and it's not perfect, like someone just pointed about how the city's empty, y'all talking about no cars on the street, even though the street's clearly made for cars. You can't enter a lot of buildings, but I think that this is, in comparison to Scarlet and Violet's launch, this is a really positive introduction to me personally, a really positive introduction to Pokemon on the Switch 2.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good point. That's true. Agreed. That's an interesting framing. You're right. This is and this isn't even actually a true Switch 2 game. It's like
exactly.
That's yeah, but thinking about it, like, oh, this is what a game could look like on the Switch 2 is pretty dope.
Yep,
that's true. That's a good point. I like that a lot. I like that.
Man, I mean, it has me excited, and you should always have your expectations a little tempered for anything. Yeah. But I'm just saying it's looking good. It's looking good. And I'll also say, like, I will always prefer a game that has wilderness to explore over a game entirely in one city. But at no point when I'm playing this game, like, while I can tell you, like right now I'm not playing the game and I can tell you, I wish that I could see outside of Lumio City. I do wish that.
Yeah.
But when I'm playing the game, I'm not running around on the game going, I can't believe I can't go outside of this city. It's not like bogging my mind. It's not taking away from the actual play experience for me.
Yep. I agree. It's a good take on it, for sure. Dusty's playing right now.
Yeah, Dusty's playing right now, man.
He said, I can't stop
Dusty
playing.
just got a rank A on ranked this whole episode. He actually just got a rank A. Dusty's number one.
Look at my Bayleaf right now. It's like doing a dog
I just
thing.
want to look at my Bayleaf.
It's doing a dog.
It's like its feet.
It's my boy.
Its feet are. It's laying down, but its feet are like all the way out in the front. It's adorable.
That's funny. My dog loafs like a cat and tucks her paws in when she lays down. It's really weird.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
It is weird.
Dude, yeah. I gotta. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go. We're gonna log off, and I'm gonna go play Pokemon Legends EA. That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah,
it does. Sounds like a good time.
Thank you to everyone who has been who's been supporting us. Lumi, how about this? We've been doing so many HP lives. How quickly would it take for you to pull up the supporters log?
I mean, I would have to update it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I will just say that we do have a lot of Arceus tier, Mythical tier, Game Freak Inc. tier even members, and And even below that, box legendary and what's the smallest legendary? Right, that's
Just
the lowest
legendary,
tier.
box legendary,
Yeah.
mythical. Yeah.
There's so many of you
RCS.
guys. We are grateful to each one of y'all. I promise I will make sure that list is updated. We've been doing so many lives that I haven't had to update the list because of, we read them on the episodes.
That's what I was just thinking
But
right now. I'm like,
I
you know
will
what?
have
We
it
should be
updated.
thanking them on these streams as well.
Yeah,
If
we should be. We should be.
Just now that
We
we're doing
thank
so many.
you right now.
But we do
anyway.
thank you, and
Yes.
you'll be shouted out next time if it's a live or an episode that we do.
Yeah.
I will have it updated, and we will shout you out by name. But y'all know who you are, and we are, just because I don't have your name written down doesn't mean I don't know, who you are and what you're doing for us, and we appreciate you so much.
Absolutely.
When
And we hope you're enjoying the game too. Yourselves.
When do you guys want to do? Because I know next week we got to do. I feel like we should start doing some like review videos. We should start doing some like some lore videos. When do you guys want to start?
Fearless.
Well, I'm thinking about doing a call-in show so people can tell us what they're excited about and what their
Oh, heck yeah.
experiences are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys given that any thought?
It's definitely something I want to do. Probably should talk about offline just so we can coordinate our schedule and all, because I need to look at my calendar and all too.
Well, if you want to be on the next call-in show, become a Patreon or YouTube channel member supporter. That'll give you access to the Discord, the secret Discord, and then you can, when we do that, which hopefully I think we'll push to make that happen in the next week or so.
I think so. Yeah.
So get in there and you can call in and we can chop it up, and you can share with us what your experience has been with Legends EA, because we, good or bad, because we want to hear the full spectrum of everything. We are only 3 people, and I know you listening right now have an opinion. So link in the description. Appreciate you guys so much, and I may or may not be starting a new temporary limited run podcast, but I don't really know though. But this is it right here. Notes on
Totally
Pokemon.
know though.
You don't know, but there's a channel for it?
Yeah, this is. I don't really know what this is, but if you're interested in maybe checking out this limited time, limited release might be the better way to say it. A limited series.
Limited run was right, yeah.
This is Notes on Pokemon. Go check that out. Yeah. Listen, we'll talk to you guys very soon. Subscribe.
Yes.
We subscribe. Stay tuned. We love you. Go play the game. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Talk
It's
to you
been fun.
soon. Bye-bye. Thank you guys.